Hello, welcome everyone to the animes I've watched tier list. Now, I've been kind of wanting to make this for a very long time, and I watched a couple of animes that I've had on my list for like a long time, and I finally watched them just to have reference to this, because like I was like, if I'm gonna make this, I want to make it with like some more knowledge than what I have on the animes I'm interested in. And I still have a lot of animes that I still the shows I've still yet to watch, or I've watched a couple episodes but didn't like it that much. And that shit can change. It could change, like I said. But another good thing, not a good thing, but another thing on here, my boy Uncle Tony is on this tier list. There is a reason why. If he is watching this, I put him off of this tier list because this is solely the animes I've watched, and if I add him into it, I'm gonna have to add his animes he's watched, and I know he's watched at least 3 times the shit I've known of. Maybe I've watched more like in the animes, but he like knows like a million titles compared to me, and we would be here. This would be a 24-hour tier list if that fucking happened. But but yeah, I even put Queen's Blade in here too. By the way, Uncle Tony, that's like one of his favorite animes of all time. And I put it here because I have watched a couple episodes, and I'm going to rank it as I know it right now. But like I said, my opinions can change on these, and I'm sorry if your opinions are hurt from my opinions. I'm very very fucking sorry. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta pull out what I like. You could agree with me, disagree with me. But yeah, it's just good. This might be a very controversial tier list. It may not. I don't know whoever the hell's watching right now. But hey, opinions are opinions. Just letting you know, opinions only. You can think whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can dress as a pony. You can you can like giraffes or marry a giraffe. Go right ahead, man. Do you? But this is just me. All right, now to start this off, since it auto-generated all these animes that I had from my folder, they gave me a god tier one. Okay, they gave me a fucking god tier one. Goddamn, goddamn, fucking Bleach. Bleach is going in fucking S tier for sure. Okay, Bleach. To give a little bit of background, in the beginning, I watched the original Naruto, and then I went to Naruto Shippuden back in like 2011. And then there was this site, it was called NarutoOget.com. And they would have BleachOget.com. You'd basically, this is the sites you would just watch it for free. And so their categories were Bleach, Naruto, Fairy Tail, and One Piece. Yeah, yeah. Those were the only animes they ever had on their websites, right? So Bleach was like, I think maybe my third or fourth anime. I'm not sure. But Bleach is just fucking god tier. It's just fucking god tier, man. It's just like, what can you say about it? All right, this is how, like, it has amazing story. Okay, first of all, the first arc in the whole anime is just fucking amazing. It's either my favorite or my second favorite. It's literally what gets you hooked in. So fucking good. And right after the first arc, I'm not gonna lie, this anime has a lot of filler. It has a lot of filler, no fucking doubt about it. Because right after the first arc, you get into the vampire arc. It's some motherfuckers out of nowhere. No one like yada yada. It's just random shit that they put out of nowhere. But there is a history within the whole world of Bleach that revolves around. But it's just filler. It has nothing to do with Ichigo. It has nothing to do with like they just battle him basically. And then after that, I don't want to spoil things. It basically gets better and better and better as you fucking go along. And in 2022, I think they're making the final arc, which I'm fucking excited for. I actually, believe it or not, I actually read the manga for the last arc of Bleach. And as I tell everyone in my life, everyone in my existence, you will never catch me fucking reading the book. But that's like the one book I read. You'll never, dude. I cannot pay attention to books. I just lose interest. Like books in general, but when it came to Bleach, it's just like Bleach is such god tier. I will go after it. But Bleach, definite S tier, is fucking going in S tier. It's staying in S tier, no matter what. It's just such a good anime, man. Such happy memories with that. All right, next one, another top tier. Holy fuck, man, they really got me here. This is gonna be Gintama. Okay, Gintama. If any of you know, Gintama is this. Okay, it's basically it has basically every episode is like comedic, or it's just how do I explain it? Maybe world building is another word of saying it, but it's like interesting world building, I guess you could say. But they do have a story. I think at like episode 60 something, they start the story off and it keeps going and going and going. I've watched all, I think, 200 and something episodes of Gintama. I didn't watch every single one. I looked at a list that told me like what was the funniest ones, what are the ones that actually have to do with the story. I'm gonna put Gintama in A tier. That might be a big controversial because in my mind, it's like S tier, but I cannot faithfully tell you to put it in S tier because there is just a fuckload of like episodes that are just I just don't think that are funny, or they have nothing to do with the story. Like it's just, but I put it in A tier because there are so many episodes that are like that. There is a story, there is a backstory to Gintama. There is a lot of reasons why all the people that come in his life, all the people you see in Gintama are there. He has a very very fucking tragic backstory, and it's the story. His past is the good part. It's just after what they do. They basically get into a bunch of fights and no one dies, and it kind of gets repetitive in Gintama when it comes to the story, but the characters make up for everything that's wrong with the story. They make up for everything, and then there's these funniest ass episodes that have so many what are they called? I'm trying to think of the word cameos. They have so many cameos. They have a Dragon Ball Z cameo. They have a One Piece cameo. They have like everything you. They have a Saw. You know, Saw the horror movies. They have a Saw parody in Gintama. If you fucking believe, it's fucking funny as shit, and it's just like the characters make up everything in this. Man, I might just move it to God tier because it is that. All right, I can't okay, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's gonna go in A. If there's a rank between S and A, I put it in fucking like yeah between there. Like Gintama is just a fucking like man. I watched Gintama recently too. Like I've watched so much anime and then I got the Gintama. I was like, this is the shit. Like what was I missing? You know that theory where it's like if you watch like a bunch of animes, you watched them all. Not with Gintama. They're not with Gintama. Nope. Nope, not with Gintama. I literally watched it, I think, last year around February, March, somewhere around there, and it's just like I was just hooked on it. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. But yeah, next one up, Bungo Stray Dogs. Okay, I actually recently I'm on season 3, episode 10. By the way, this is June 24th, 2021. So obviously they're gonna have a fourth season, whatever. Bungo Stray Dogs is very interesting because it's like how can I fucking say this, man? I'm gonna put it at a barely A tier for me. Now, many of you may be angry at me. All right, just listen to my opinion here, okay? Bungo Stray Dogs starts out kind of like, okay, this little orphan kid's very sad. He's worried about a tiger after him, and then you get Dazai and the blonde dude, which I forget his Japanese name or whatever. I forget. Sorry, I forget a lot of names, but and it goes from there. From like season one is just the like I thought shit like in season one it gave me a lot of impressions that this will be S tier in my book. It just didn't. Like no one dies. Like it's just like everyone just heals. Apparently, I like it makes sense because the nurse bitch she has to put you at the inch of your fucking life to automatically heal you, and then the tiger guy just heals himself. But like it's just so like it's like no one fucking dies, you know? It's just like it kind of like it's like no matter what happens in the series, it's just it always works out, I guess. Like no repercussions of anything. And then the second season is when the one people actually go after the were tiger, aka and that's interesting too, but like it's just so like some of the characters in the anime are just so tacky. Like I love Dazai, the moral guy. I'm so sorry. I don't know his name. I just forget. I am somewhat sick right now. If I can, like everyone in the investigation agency is very unique and awesome. Let's just say that. The villains, on the other hand, is just like it's like the what is it? The mob is just straight up like they get their ass kicked all the fucking time, you know? Like it's just like they're not really a basic threat. Now, season 3, I was really hyped up because the first and second episode are just like fucking god tier, and then it just like, phew. And right now I'm at episode 10, so like it's there now, but it's just like it's just so weird how you have this god tier guy and he hasn't really been in the situation. Like he like basically hires a bunch of other people to do his bidding. And he doesn't really. Maybe episode 11 and 12 will like change my mind on that one, but it's just like there are so many stale episodes between all the seasons, and I have to put it at a barely A because it's just like not all the characters in this anime are good, and not the storyline in this anime is kind of just like it's just brought up, you know. It's just probably the best episodes in Bungo Stray Dogs is probably Dazai's Past. That's for sure. For sure, Dazai's Past. That is fucking like he came from the like. And I want to know before Dazai, like before Dazai, like joined the mob, like why does he think that people are worthless and he just wants to see people die and yeah, I want to see how he got like that, but maybe we'll see that in season 4 or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's just a barely A for me at this time. I meant, yeah. Now on another fucking good one, man. They give me a lot of A's today. Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm gonna put at A for sure. For sure, it's gonna be above Bungo Stray Dogs for me. It's gonna be a little bit below Gintama. I like Bungo, not Bungo, fucking Jujutsu Kaisen because I like how there's a main story and you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know how many fingers he's gonna eat. And you don't know what's gonna happen. I'm already caught up with the anime. I well assured like caught up. There's a couple episodes that are like, but most of the episodes have something to do with the story, have something to do with the plot, have something to do with awesomeness. And Gojo is a fucking god tier guy. Like he's literally Kakashi from Naruto Shippuden, only like I guess more badasser. I like all the characters. The villains are kind of like, yeah, I do like the one guy, the guy with the gray hair. I forget his ability. But I think Jujutsu Kaisen's got a lot going for it. It isn't S tier in my book yet. It's like maybe it is S tier. Maybe it's just barely S tier. You know what? It's gonna be barely S tier. I'm just gonna put barely S tier for Jujutsu Kaisen because I do like the main guy. Like compared to Bungo Stray Dogs, I really don't like the main character that much. I'll be honest with you. Like I get he was from orphanage, he was treated like shit. He's just like I just don't like pussies that much. Like I really don't. And then throughout the whole entire series, he doesn't even fucking bother learning more about his like ability that much, and it kind of just like pisses me off that he's just like this pussy, but he does the right things, right? But he's still like this pussy deep down, and it kind of pisses me off. Now on the other hand, Jujutsu Kaisen has the main guy. He just like, you know what? I'm gonna make my life mean something. My grandfather told me to basically make my life mean something, and so he's basically sacrificing everything just to kill this fucking demon eventually. Which I don't know what's gonna happen. Is he gonna get overtaken? It's just like a lot of mystery with what's gonna happen in Jujutsu Kaisen compared to other animes. Um, yeah, but Jujutsu Kaisen, fucking yeah, I'm gonna put it like barely S tier. It's getting there to good S tier. Probably not as much as Bleach, but you never know. Okay, Akame Kill. Okay, this is I might. I do like this anime a lot, but I feel like it's just like it's just so weird. Not all the characters I like. Like I love Akame. I like the main character. It's just everyone else is just like I get them, but like I don't know. But the story is very good. You know what? I am going to put it in S tier because the story is fucking amazing. As Death is fucking amazing. Just how everything progresses, how it's like true corruption in the fucking kingdom, and they're trying to solve it all. And the series does not care about people dying. Like people die, like that's reality. People fucking die. I love it. It's fucking there. Like there's consequences to what they're doing. They know what they got themselves into. And even the main I'm not even going to say anything else past that because probably a lot of people watching here maybe. But Akame Kill definitely S tier. Definitely S tier. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's a for sure S tier. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was just so. I watched every single fucking episode. Like I watched 13 episodes in a fucking row. That's how you know it's S tier. That's how you know. Like when you're fucking hooked and you really want to know what the next thing is. That's when you know it's S tier. All right, next one up. Fucking Seven Deadly Sins. Jesus Christ, this anime, man. Alright, I'm putting in B tier. This is why. Alright. The first season was okay. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. The second season, I kinda I did not care at all. There's a lot of the episodes. I'm just like, I don't care, man. Like this is so boring. Like that's just like if it's not something related to the plot, it's just like and a lot of the characters are just like, well, okay. Like I like Meliodas is like okay. Like I don't really like his character that much. He's just this little kid that has a lot he's not a little kid. But he's just this guy who's just happy go lucky, has a shitty past and I know why he doesn't, remember a lot of what he was doing. And it's just like I don't know. It's just very confusing, and a lot of the other characters are just fucking confusing. Like if this would be in C tier, if fucking my boy. Oh man, this would be in C tier if my boy. I'm trying to remember him. Escanor, dude, Escanor. When he fucking did that shit, I was just like, this fucking. There's no way. Oh man. If you guys know what Escanor is, you already know. Like you're probably wondering why isn't this A tier, S tier? Escanor is fucking. This is the reason why I kept watching, cause fucking Escanor. Like it was just like so boring. There's so much like backstory that doesn't make any like logical sense. It's just like kind of like. It's just like, oh, this person backstabs this other person for this like little fucking reason. Like it's, and then like the plot of it, it just like it like lathers on and on and on and on until now we're in the third season or whatever, and now shit is happening, but it's still like it's on and on and on. Like it just gets a bad taste in my mouth how much like filler and just like shit doesn't make any sense. Like no one dies in this anime either. I swear to Allah, when people die, just everyone else except the seven deadly sins. Um, they give backstory at kind of like the wrong times in my book. But dude, if it wasn't for Escanor, I would have put this down probably second season. Or I think it's second season when he's introduced. But it was just fucking amazing. Like, yeah, I'm a bartender until the fucking sun comes up, bro. Until the sun comes up, then you're fucked. But it's fucking amazing. Escanor just got tier. Alright, cool. But I'm putting in B tier for everything else. I mean, Escanor cannot carry it to A or S tier in my mind. But Escanor is God tier. And Bond's pretty cool. Meliodas is like okay. It's just like, oh my god, oh my god. His past if you know his past. Okay, no spoilers. All right, JoJo's Part 1. JoJo's. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I did not like Part 1 like kind of like whatsoever. It was kind of like it went too fast. And also, I don't even like Jonathan. Like, I just, I'll be honest with you. When I hear a British accent, I just want to kill myself. I'm sorry. There's nothing. I like British people, obviously. Like, obviously, there's just different humans with accents, right? But it's just like every time I hear it, I just want to scratch my fucking ears out. And then Dio is kind of like just a pompous asshole, which he is a pompous asshole. But it's just like he just got his vampire in a couple episodes, and then he's just like, yeah, fuck you, Jonathan. And then Jonathan learns Hamon or whatever, and then it just continues. It kind of went fast and like, but it's the setup for the future for sure when I talk about the other JoJo's parts. But I'm definitely put it I'm gonna probably give it more credit than it deserves. Yeah, B tier, B tier. Why not? It's like barely B for me. All right. But next one, JoJo's Part 2. Next thing you're gonna say, it's an A tier. Yes, it is an A tier. Fucking Jonathan Joestar, fucking God tier. Like it's an A. There's like some I guess issues with it. No, there's no fucking issues with it. What the fuck? Honestly, it's fucking going in S tier. What the fuck am I talking about? I was thinking of things like why it's not in S tier. I was like, there are no fucking reasons. What are you fucking high? What are you doing, coke? What are you doing, the perk 40s? You upgraded from perk 30? Like, what the fuck? Um, it's just like part 2 compared to part 3, 4, and 5. Like, it just has nothing, so that's why I wanted to put it in A tier. But it's still so fucking good. I recently just rewatched it for the 3rd time. The 3rd fucking time. It is so fucking good. Just Jonathan Joestar in general makes up the whole show. And then you get Major von Stroheim with German ingenuity. It's fucking amazing. And then Speedwagon is just Speedwagon. He just, oh no, JoJo, he's no match for him. He just makes commentary about shit he sees, right? Like it's so fucking just JoJo's. And like, dude, AC/DC is kind of a shit villain, but when it comes to Wamu is like one of the best fucking villains in the whole entire series. Karst is just like, he's an asshole, but like he's an asshole, right? But like Wamu is such a fucking Wamu, and like the whole, yeah, you know the story. I don't want to spoil too much, but part 2 is so fucking good. Literally, Jonathan Joestar, he saw a vampire and he said, fuck it, I'm gonna have a Tommy gun and spray through an whole entire residential area where there's a restaurant right in front of the vampire and hope to Allah no one gets shot. But I don't care, I'm Jonathan Joestar, who gives a fuck? It's just fucking amazing. Oh my god. It's just amazing. Alright, next one up. I'm actually gonna like mix these up because like I put them all like in like kind of like one like when I was searching them up, I put them all like JoJo's Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to talk about JoJo's all throughout, you know. Same for Dragon Ball Z. I don't want to talk about that. All right, Future Diaries. I fucking love this show. This show is amazing. Please watch it. It's literally 25 episodes worth of fucking awesome. It's basically Hunger Games, but a lot different, and I feel like a lot of psychology goes into this series that is fucking amazing. That is like absolutely fucking amazing. Like the amount of like real world psychology and who these people are, and all the characters are fucking unique. Some of the contestants are kind of just like throwaways, but a lot of them are fucking amazing. The detective's cool. The fucking bomber bitch is cool. Yukino is just, you know, she's fucking amazing. And then fucking main character, he's exactly who you think he was. He's just a little pussy boy, which he is like 15 or something. He's in high school for sure. Like, I mean, fuck, I was probably a fucking pussy boy too. I couldn't even get up the courage to ask a girl out probably when I was 15, 16, bro. I mean, shit, I get it. It's just like how everything plays out is basically Hunger Games, but there's a different incentive. There's a different reason why. It's basically God is dying and he wants everyone basically to compete to be the new God. And Yukino has an obsession with this guy, and it just plays out. And I don't want to spoil too much, but it's fucking amazing. Please watch it. It's 25 episodes. Every episode has something to do with the fucking story, and it's amazing. Future Diaries, look it up. It's fucking God tier. In my mind. What is this? JoJo's Part 5. Man, can you... Hold the fuck up. I just, like, I don't have a mouse right now. It's like a definite S tier. JoJo's Part 5. Jono Giovanna and Bucciarati. It's just fucking amazing, man. Part 5 is so fucking good, man. You, like, after Part 3 and the half of Part 4, you would think there's no way they can make a fucking JoJo's without, like, Jotaro or anyone related to any Joestar or whatever. You couldn't think there could be a better series without those main characters. You're fucking wrong. This is fucking amazing. Everything in this story makes sense. It's probably, honestly, probably honest to God, it's probably like a lot of the shit that's in, Italy probably is happening. But it's just so fucking good. Their whole journey, the battles, everything is so fucking good. The reason why they're fighting, everything is just so fucking good. It was made by Mozart himself. Like, he literally died, and then someone dug up his grave, reinvented him, put him back up to life, and then told him to make a fucking anime series, and it's JoJo's Part 5. I don't even know what Stone Ocean's gonna be, but I don't know what's gonna top Part 5. Part 5 is fucking god tier. All the characters are fucking amazing. A little bit of the villains kind of throwaways, but like the main villains, the main end villains too, everyone, it's just a group of guys. It's just a group of guys trying to get something done. They're fucking brothers in arms. They care for each other. They love each other. They fucking just pound through, and they go into difficult circumstances trying to make a difference in life. It's just fucking amazing. It's just fucking amazing. It's just goddamn. Like, if this was called something other than JoJo's, like, it'd still be god tier. Like, dude, this could be a story on its own without the mention of stands or anything like that. It's just so fucking good. Like, is like direct like S tier. It's in with Bleach. It's in with Bleach. I feel like they're the both same line in my book. In my book, for sure. Like, one of my favorites of all time. Like, I am glad to be alive to watch this. Honestly, like now that I think about it, I am glad to be existing to watch such a fucking masterpiece. It's so fucking good. And by the way, I watched like 13 episodes straight. I love when an anime is like fully out, and I just watch it so I don't forget a single detail, and I keep up with the story, and it's fucking amazing. All right, next up, Konosuba. Huh. It's either A or... I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of funny moments in here. There are very interesting characters, like like Megumi is just fucking cool. The main bitch is she's just such a pussy. She runs to the main character every 3 seconds, and then he's like, "Nah, go fuck yourself." Yeah, for the main character, I like him so much. I'm putting it in barely S tier, barely not S tier, barely A tier, because I just, like, dude, he's so cool. He's like, bruh, gender equality, get the fuck off me, bitch. And then, the one girl, the blonde girl, she wants to give, yeah, you know the story. If you watch Konosuba, you know the fucking story. I'm putting it at low A tier because there is a lot of filler, I would say, in my book. I'm not a guy who would watch a series just because it's, I don't know, just life in general. I like a plot. I like something happening. I like something comedic happen, or something with doing with the story. Something, I don't watch a story just to watch them live life. I watch a story for a purpose, a plot of something, some sort of thing. Like, usually every book I've ever read in high school, like, The Great Gatsby has a beginning and an end. It has shit happening. All the shit they force us to read in life. Oh, the shit. Like, I just like a good story, and like Konosuba like has some like main stuff, I guess, happen. No, it's not really. They just, yeah, it's just there's some funny moments. I'm actually gonna put it in B. I'm actually gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in B. I just like, in my mind I want to put it in A, but I just can't. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Most of the characters in there are pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. Characters make up for a lot of it. I would put in C tier if it wasn't for the fucking characters. Oh god. But yeah, Konosuba, I'm gonna put it B tier because it's good. It's not amazing or fucking supremely amazing. It's good. It's something cool to watch. Next up, Code Geass. Ooh, fucking S tier for sure. No hands down about it. S tier, Code Geass. And I've watched all the fucking movies as well. Still S tier. Still coming out here. Still fucking S tier, man. Still fucking S tier. Code Geass is just like, everything they're doing has a purpose. Like, an actual fucking purpose. Actual meaning of who they are, with their past, everything, and shit happens so much. Almost I think every episode, maybe except one, there like it has something to do with the plot. It has something to do with what's happening. It's just so fucking good. It's such a good story. Just please watch. It's so fucking good. It's so good. Season 1 and season 2 are just so fucking good. It's just like some parts, I'm not gonna lie, had me tearing up. Like I remember when his quote unquote brother, he killed himself basically to save him, and they played that sad fucking music. I actually cried. I actually like had a fucking tear or two for that motherfucker, even though he was a shit, even though he was a bad guy. I was just like, bruh, like, are you serious? And then you know what happens. I don't want to fucking spoil it, man. I don't want to supremely spoil it, but Code Geass is so fucking god tier. So fucking god tier. So god tier. Alright, next up. Food Wars. Okay. I'm gonna put Food Wars comfortably in B. This is why. Okay? I'm gonna let you know right now, I have not watched the second or third season. I watched the first season, and I liked how I am very interested in food in general. I've been cooking. I've always been a picky ass eater, so I've been cooking ever since I was probably like 11 or 12. So I've always been interested in cooking, and I've actually worked in the food industry for 4 years too, as well. And I've watched Gordon Ramsay, his shows, Hell's Kitchen, and everything like that. Kitchen Nightmares, and I just always been interested in food because I like cooking food, and it's a fucking challenge because I'm not good at cooking, but I become good at cooking by fucking practicing like a motherfucker. And I like how a lot of the things they use, like there is a lot of technical stuff that they do to make their dish better. But the main character, he's good. He's good. He's good. It's just everyone else is kind of like, except the girl. The girl, she's prima donna. She thinks everyone's a fucking insect to her. It's just like, it kind of got boring because there's a lot of episodes that had nothing to do with the plot. And then I was just like, I watched the end of it and I was just like, like, it's a good series, but my friend tells me the second season is so much better. So this could possibly change. This could possibly go A, maybe even S tier. I mean, it's about fucking food, for fuck's sake. Well, I mean, anime about food is in my B tier. I mean, that says a lot too, as well. So we'll see. But I definitely gotta catch up on Food Wars for sure. Now, I'm trying to look at the picture here. I think this is this? Hold up. I'll do that for last. I forget what. Oh, this is Skate 8. I'm fucking putting D tier. What the fuck is this? Skate 8 The Affinity, bruh. Come on. I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, there's no way they made a fucking anime about skating and doing a competition in skating. Maybe I have to watch even more. Maybe it gets good or something. I'm so sorry. I cannot watch an anime. There is one on here that's about sports. I just can't. Like Kuroko's basketball, like that. People fucking adore that show. I just can't watch it. I don't like basketball at all. I just don't. Like hell, I love soccer, right? But I cannot, like, for the life of me, I cannot watch a fucking soccer game. I love playing soccer, but I just like can't. The only things I like watching is probably just NFL football because I feel like it's just more eventful for me, I guess. But but even that, it gets. I don't even have a favorite team. I just get bored kind of watching it. That's just who I am as a person. But it's just like you pick a singular thing. It's just like it's like a trade skill. Like Food Wars is about cooking, but cooking like has a whole bunch of shit to it. This is about skating, like skateboarding and all that. And it's just like the first episode was like, dude, this is fucking boring. I'm not watching this shit, and I that's why I'm putting it in D tier. This is my opinion. It's my animes I've watched, and basically what I like. I mean, it looked good. It's just like it's about skating. I don't know what audience you're gonna get, except maybe skaters or maybe someone who's like first time watching it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just popping off the slash, but who knows? Who knows? But I'm gonna put in D tier in my list. For sure. All right, next one up, Angels of Death. I'm gonna put this in B tier as well. I really wanted this to be A tier. In the beginning, it was like so good, but then it kind of like dragged on. Like it's like an anime that has like it's only the story is kind of like it's like a lot of things happen, right? But it's like only involving like micro things. They're all they're trying to do is trying to get out of the place, and that was it. That's it. It's over. And I'm not gonna lie, they hyped the fuck up out of the girl. If you've ever watched Angels of Death, it's basically about murder and trying to get out of a psych ward that's trapped you to kill people and all that good stuff. That's basically the premise of the whole thing. And basically, this girl and the guy with the scythe, his name's Zach. He's fucking amazing. He's my favorite character. They try to escape, basically. Um, basically, it's just like they hyped the girl's trauma to be so much. Like, I could already figure out, I was like, I bet you anything this bitch killed her parents. Like, you already know that from, like, the first episode or something like that. But, like, you don't know why, so you keep watching for one of those reasons. But you also watch just to see what happens. But a lot of the church guy's cool. The doctor's a fuck nut. But like it's like interesting, but it's not fucking like A or S material. But it was interesting to watch, and there's only like I think like 25 episodes or something like that. And it was interesting to watch because I play on a Discord bot named Karuta, and I always see Angels of Death, and I got a Zack card, and it was like 200 wish list. That means 200 people wanted this guy, and I was like, why is this anime so good? So I watched it, and I think it's good. It's good, but it's just there's a lot of shit that bored me, and this kind of didn't make sense. But that's why I'm putting it in B tier. But it was still good regardless. It had a story. Next up, the original Dragon Ball. I'm gonna put the original Dragon Ball in B. Okay, this is why. Okay, maybe it's because I watched the original Dragon Ball right after I watched Dragon Ball Z and GT and the movies, but I still enjoyed it very much. It was so good to see Goku's like how he began. Even with the old animation, I kind of don't care as long as the story's good and the characters are good. Like I don't really care that much about the animation unless they're stick figures, and that's a different story. Never seen that one before, but um, it's just like it was so good to see his backstory, but it's just there's a lot of episodes in the original Dragon Ball that are just fucking boring, and it's just like, oh my fucking god, get with the story, bro, get with the story. But he is a kid, he is Goku, he is a little, they get on their little adventures. I get it, but it was still enjoyable to watch. Krillin fucking died to a fucking goblin. Lol. Rip. Trust me, he dies later on too, many times. But yeah, that was yeah, Dragon Ball. The original Dragon Ball was unique to watch. Unique to watch. All right, JoJo's Part 4. Okay, JoJo's Part 4 is definitely an S tier. Is definitely an S tier. Okay, but I want to explain to you why it's an S tier. Not the whole series is S tier to me. The half of the series is just straight up world building and just like, okay, if you need world building in a series, like I get it. You want to introduce things to your audience that they don't know of, right? The world, right? But you don't need 13 episodes worth of it to explain that to me. Okay, maybe like 4 episodes of like whatever's going on, some world building. But they picked 13 episodes. So I was massively fucking bored. Massively fucking bored in the halfway mark of Part 4. But if you guys know, my boy Yoshikage Kira comes through, and that's when it actually starts becoming a JoJo's Part 4 for me. And it's such, like, that whole section alone is just so fucking god tier to me. I recently just rewatched it, I think for the second time. It's just, no, this is the third, yeah, it was the third time I rewatched it. It's just so fucking good. It's just so fucking good how everything plays out, how, like, this fucking Man, I don't want to spoil it. It's such a good series. I don't want to spoil it. If anyone's watching here, man, you just know JoJo's Part 4 is just good. It's its own JoJo's. It makes sense. Everything. It's just like half of it is just world building, and it's just fucking boring to me. Dude, Jotaro gets fucking beat by a fucking rat. Imagine that. Imagine that. That's also bullshit too. But, JoJo's Part 4 is fucking amazing as well. So S tier for sure. Now, Dragon Ball Z. Oh man, Dragon Ball Z is probably maybe it's before Naruto Shippuden because back in the time I used to watch Toonami in Adult Swim, and they would have Dragon Ball Z all the time, and like I just remember very very young. It was like very 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 young. I remember Dragon Ball Z, and I remember probably back in like 2010, 11. I watched it on the computer because I just knew about it, dude. Everyone knows about Dragon Ball Z if you grew up in the I was born in '97, so everyone knew about Dragon Ball Z. Everyone knew about Yu-Gi-Oh. Everyone knew about Digimon. Um, like it was like Dragon Ball Z was the shit. But I fucking love Dragon Ball Z. Like how it starts is amazing. How they get to Frieza Saga is fucking amazing. The Cell Saga is also fucking amazing, except the time travel. I swear to Allah, if it isn't Steins Gate and they're using time travel, there's always some bullshit. Like it's just like maybe it just goes over my head. There's a lot of theories. There's a lot of time theory in physics. There's like the theory that we're on one timeline, and if you jump to another timeline, it's a different timeline. And there's also things that like, oh, if you jump to the past, you change the future, like in like Back to the Future, right? Like there's just so many theories, and Dragon Ball Z took the theory in the Cell Saga as it's just one line. It's just one line and a separate one, which is kind of fucking like weird as fuck. Um, but yeah, no, I think it's just a separate one. They're just separate timelines. He can't switch anything in his timeline, but he changed things in Goku's timeline that made a whole bunch of other effects, which makes sense. It's a butterfly effect. But it's just like, if it is a Steins Gate and they're using time, they're using the time card, the teleport back in time card. There's always some bullshit. There's always like, oh my god, here we go, another motherfucking time traveler. Here we go. But after Cell, Buu Saga is just amazing too. It's just like Dragon Ball Z never, in my mind, was bad at any time. Every episode was amazing. Maybe like the beginning of their sagas, where they do those little episodes are kind of like shit. But it's just like a couple episodes, and then it gets to the story. So not really. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z is S tier for me. I've watched Dragon Ball Z over probably maybe 6, 7 times, and that's like like 300 episodes, 350 episodes. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Every single saga is fucking good. It's amazing. It's amazing, man. I think everyone by now has watched Dragon Ball Z, but if you haven't watched it, go watch it, man. And you gotta watch the right version. Okay, let me talk about this real quick, okay? There's different versions for Dragon Ball Z. Did you fucking know that? The music they play during fights, the music they play during like anything, like background music or ambiance music, for certain scenes and everything. Dragon Ball Z Kai is a different one as well of that. And there's a different version. The version I watched on this website was the wrong version. It was pissing me off because you'd have the Vegeta theme, you'd have the leveling, the boosting up, like getting like to a higher level, like music. Like it just reminded me of like earlier childhood of like what the version was, and I couldn't find it, and I had to search it up what the different versions were. Apparently, there's like 3 different versions plus Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is a different version of the original Dragon Ball Z. They just cut a lot of the filler out, cut a lot of things out. But I had to look that up, and it's just so fucking good. It's just so fucking good. All right, next one, man. Another god tier, man. I'm talking all day in this bitch. God damn. Attack on Titan, man. Attack on Titan. Now, my friends have watched this. They said they didn't really like it that much. Like, my man, you gotta understand. Like, all right, let me give you a background of when I watched this. It's a little history lesson with me. In 2000, I think it was 2013 in September. I went through a lot of shit. Let's just say that. My mom moved me to Florida when I was in the middle of high school. Now, I have a lot of resentment and a lot of everything to my mom for doing this shit, and it's not because of financial reasons. It's not because of any reason. She went there because a guy basically got her the idea of moving all of us to Florida, all of us to Florida. So whatever friends we had there, any job, any like a high school education we were continuing, like I was on the soccer team too. I was on the soccer team, and I was literally doing I was literally doing practice. I was gonna play games. I had a bunch of friends there. I knew everyone in my hometown basically, and we all just got moved up to Florida. And let's just say it was a really dark time for me. I was constantly alone. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know a single thing. Like that's probably where I get myself today. That's probably where I'm a very alone person. That's who I am as a person. It's probably because I got moved to Florida because I was alone for a very, very, very long time. Even like I was online. I played with my boy Tommy, my boy Nick, and some other people, but like I didn't have no communication with anyone. There was no one I can like actually physically talk to, and I was really alone in my life. I was very alone and resenting of the one who put me there. Because she just went to Florida because she met a guy that said, hey, move to Florida with me. And that was it. It had nothing to do. We had a nice house. There's like no fucking financial problems. There's no nothing. My dad paid the mortgage. Like, it was good. And she said, fuck your life. My mom said, fuck your lives. Fuck your brother. Fuck your sister's lives. Fuck your life. You're in middle high school, and I'm going to move you all the way down to Florida because I want some dick. Because I want to be with a guy who gives me dick. And he was like 5'4". Fucking piece of shit. But anyways, I was in a really dark fucking time in my life. And I started watching this anime. And when I started watching this anime and seeing Eren want to get revenge for what someone did to him just really fucking resonated with me a lot. Like a lot. Like a lot. And I got hooked on it ever since. And like I said, the beginning was just like, it was just horrifying. It shocked you. Everything Eren wanted to do in the beginning is exactly like kind of like how I felt. Like revenge for someone that hurt you. And I resonated with that a lot. And it's just like, and like the story is just fucking amazing. I think it went up to the first season during that year or whatever, and it just got better every fucking time. Like Attack on Titan is so fucking good. Like, and I don't want to spoil anything. Basically, everything he knew in life just like kind of went away, and he wanted revenge for whoever did it to him. And it was, yeah. And then the second season, if I remind myself, yeah, second season, yeah, God tier. Third season, fucking God tier. And now the fourth season, we're on the fourth season, and shit's starting to wrap up. It's just like, it's amazing. Now, a lot of people, they have a lot of critical things to say about the fourth season. All I have to say to you is that everything makes sense on what he is doing. From the first season to the fourth season, obviously he's a different person, but there's a reason why, and you got to look through what the reason is. And you know what the reason is, because you know, hey, I don't want to spoil anything, but you know what the reason is. And it makes sense. It makes sense because you have different ideas going into your head because you've yada yada yada. You know the fucking story. It makes sense. No, a lot of people, Aaron went from this to that. Like, obviously he did. Obviously he did. He doesn't give a fuck anymore because he has been through a lot of shit. He knows a lot of truths that he's never known before, and it makes sense, and it's fucking amazing how his character has grown so much. And Attack on Titan is S tier no matter what in my mind. It's so fucking good. I love this anime so much. Like, they don't give a fuck about dying. They don't care. They really do not care at all. And yeah. Let's see. Next one up is Overlord. Okay, Overlord. Okay. Fucking Overlord. Overlord. You know what? I'm gonna put Overlord in B tier. It's good, but it's not the best in my mind. This is why, okay? So, obviously, this is a quote-unquote isekai, I think, which means to another world or something like that, right? I never knew of the term until recently. I never really cared. There's a bunch of animes that go to another world or start in another world that has nothing to do with your world, so I never really cared that it's just a guy from Earth that goes to a different world. I don't care. Whatever. But this is how it happens. He's basically in a video game, just like Sword Art Online, and basically he's trapped in it. But it's just there's a lot of things that don't make any sense. It's like he's this god in this game, right? And so like almost like maybe every 2-3 episodes he talks to himself in his normal voice. He's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my god, I'd fuck this bitch. Oh my god." And then he goes back to his persona as this like almighty god that commands the troops, that he's taken over the world. He's blah blah blah. It doesn't make any sense. It's like I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like it's like they put all of his human traits and then threw it in the trash can, and now he's just like God, and he's just playing. Like, there is a good story. It's just like it doesn't make sense. He is a regular dude who's in a video game, who is a god in that video game, and he's just like, he has no recollection or like any like, all of his personality has nothing to do with what his overlord what his like god form is. That's what kind of bugs me about the anime. And the anime is pretty like slow. There's a lot of good parts in the anime for sure, but it's just very, very slow in the plot. If there even is a plot, it's mostly him fucking over everyone because he's such a god. Even if there's a plot, like I remember the one time, I think it was in probably late episodes where he's battling Shaltir. It's like someone's controlling her, and then he never finds out or whatever. It's just, oh no, he does find out. It's just like okay, I don't know how they have the power to do this, or maybe they don't. I'm gonna put in B tier because like there's just a lot of confusion. It's just like, yeah, it's not realistic. I guess realistic in my mind. It just doesn't make sense. But there's so much good stuff. I'm gonna put in B tier. If there wasn't that much of good stuff, I would put in C tier. But there's a lot of good stuff. All right, next one up. What is this? Sorry, I just can't see by this picture. There's a lot of animes on this list. I'm just trying to see by the picture. I'll just put this over here, and I'll look at it later. Oh, fuck. What is this? I think this... Oh, I fucking forget. I forget what the pictures I pick. I try to pick pictures that have the name in the front so I recognize them. But some of the pictures I just couldn't find a name. But YuGiOh. Okay, when I first started watching YuGiOh, it was like... I was a kid, right? I was a fucking kid, and I didn't know anything about the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't know any rules about the like game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't know like a single fucking thing. And it was like watching something cool, right? Because Kaiba's cool as hell. Yugi is just like OG Yugi. Joey Wheeler is Joey Wheeler. And but once I got older and I actually started playing the game and like knowing the rules, I'm just like, and then watching the series again, I'm like, this is fucking stupid. But it has a good story though. The story is good. Actually, I'm gonna put an A tier. Yu-Gi-Oh's A tier for sure. Yu-Gi-Oh's A tier for sure. A tier for sure in my book. Because it has such a good story. The first season is just a bunch of like, oh my god, I can summon anything at any time. I don't care. And then Kaiba's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill myself if I don't fucking win. And then fucking Pegasus just has like, yeah, I'm gonna like break the game and like make it legal to break the game because I created the game. And it's just like, yeah, just like, and then the second season is like probably my most it's like it actually has rules. You actually need to sacrifice monsters to summon a bigger monster, and there's limited life points, all that good stuff. But it kind of like gets thrown away at certain instances. There's a lot of bullshit. I thought that season was amazing. I thought that season in my mind was amazing. It was just amazing that Kaiba is going to go against Yugi, and he's trying to beat the guy who's trying to steal his Millennium Puzzle, and this is basically like one of the main guys, beside from Bakura. And yeah, I thought season 2 was just amazing. And then season 3 and 4 were like... In season 4, the whole Leviathan thing is just kind of like cringe. And then season 5, Bakura trying to get his revenge or whatever because of you know. But definitely season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh was the best. I love the whole show. I played Yu-Gi-Oh. I used to play I forget what it's called. It's called like Dueling Online or something like that, and it's just like you actually duel, but like you got to make sure you know the rules, and I love that. And then if you and another person who are dueling have a disagreement, uh, you contact an admin, and he tells you what's right and what's wrong in the Yu-Gi-Oh game, which you should already know. Which I fucking love that, because usually video games they have it auto set to know what you're doing, and like. And even Duel Links, people go fucking like dummy fast, and if you don't know the meta or what they're doing, and cards just flip upside down or whatever, you don't know what the fuck's going on. You don't know like what's being affected, blah blah blah. It's just like I like that. I like that whole website because you can look at everything, basically kind of take your time and learn everything. So that was really cool to play Yu-Gi-Oh on there. But in general, as a series, I'm putting definitely an A tier, and in the game, yeah. The card game. But yeah, alright, next one up is YuGiOh GX. Now, I'm going to put it in B tier. It was interesting. It definitely was interesting. It was a continuation of Yu-Gi-Oh! In their world. But I just felt like a lot of the arcs were... The first arc was good, and then the kind of like... The second one was kind of like... insert generic villain, insert generic thing, and then they did this whole light and dark shit with the Neo, like, dude, I don't even fucking know. But it was good, though. It definitely was good, though. It was just like, it reminded me of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! But it wasn't so good that it's the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, of course. And, you do see in the movie that Jaden versus Yugi, but you never see the end of it either. It is said that Yugi won that as well, which I believe too, because Jaden's a fucking... But yeah. Next one up. JoJo's Part 3. S tier, for sure. JoJo's Part 3. Man, you're on a mission with the boys. And every single where you go, you're fighting someone. You have to save your mom from fucking Dio. The guy from the first fucking part is just... It's fucking amazing. I love JoJo's Part 3. By the way, I started on JoJo's Part 3. That was my first JoJo's series. And then I watched Part 4. I think I was like halfway done with it. And then I went to... Because I was so bored with the first half of Part 4. And then I went to see 1, and I was like, and then I saw 2, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking god tier. And then I finished 4, and then I went to 5. But JoJo's Part 3 was my first JoJo's, and it's so fucking good. JoJo's Part 3 and Part 5 are probably tied for me. On God, it's just like, there's so many good things in JoJo. Jotaro... all the characters, Kakyoin, Jotaro, Jean-Pierre Polnareff, and Jonathan Joestar, he's older now, and then Abdul, like, they're just fun. And you don't forget Iggy or whatever. Don't forget him. He's there too. The fool, the fool. Just JoJo's part 3 is just so fucking good. It's just the boys trying to defeat Dio. And with all my favorite episode, I think it's either 17 or 18, when they face against the gambler. That was my favorite episode. That is my favorite episode, when they're against the Darby brothers, the first one, the gambler. That is probably my favorite episode, because there's just like so much shit that Jotaro knows, And he's just like, how about you play those cards right? He's like, what do you mean? He snaps his fucking finger. Just like, and then like deal the cards again. If you do something like that, I'll break your other finger. That fucking sleight of hand tricks. And Jotaro saw that shit coming. And then, yeah, that was such a good. And by the way, you have to see the episode. I think it was like 17. It was the Darby brothers, the gambler. That's my favorite episode, and the gaming one was pretty good. And the whole ending was amazing. It's just like, it's such a god tier anime. It's just such a fucking god tier anime. Every single thing about it is just so good. So I put an S. Now, the original Naruto, I'm also going to put an S. The original Naruto is probably my, I don't know, second, third anime I ever watched. The original Naruto is, if you were to compare original Naruto Shippuden to me, I would say Naruto Shippuden is better, but I feel like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden are like two separate beasts. Like, even though they're the same world and it's Naruto, but like they're just two different music, different villains, different tones. It was made in a different time. Like, the animation's different, everything's different. The original Naruto, it's like, in Naruto Shippuden, they like had to think about the story. In the original Naruto, they knew the story. They knew, it's like the original Naruto was supposed to end with just Naruto, and then they'll deal with Shippuden later. Because a lot of the developments with Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, it's just like, especially Kakashi, because like, we know a lot about Kakashi's backstory that's never revealed in the original Naruto. It's never revealed. And it's just like, it kind of like, and also the third Hokage, the past of the first Hokage, the past of the second Hokage, everything that made the village, you do not know whatsoever. You don't even know who fucking Minato is. You just know he died for your country. But it's just like, it's so fucking good, because Orochimaru is such a fucking snake, you know what I'm saying? AKA he is. But, it's such a god tier story. Everything there is the development of Naruto. That's what it's called. It's fucking Naruto, not fucking Shikamaru's sleeping during the tear gas thing. He said, fuck helping everyone. This show is named Naruto, not Shikamaru. That motherfucker took a rest while everyone's getting killed out there. He said, fuck it. That was funny. It's just so damn good. I think it's 150 episodes, and then after that, it's just straight up like some of their adventures. You know, it's just like after I think 100 or 150 episodes, that's when the series drops off, and like it's just Naruto doing some random missions. So definitely the first like 100, 150 episodes of Naruto is like the actual plot you need to know. Everything else is just like special shit you might want to know in life. Like also, one of the ninja swordsmen dies by, I think, Naruto or Rock Lee. That's also a thing. You kind of see, what is her name? I forget. Onko's passed a little bit. Some other shit I forget. It's just like filler. But if you really want to watch it because you like Naruto so much, you can. I've watched it. There's like 300 something episodes. But yeah, Naruto and S tier for sure. I still forget what this anime is by the picture. High School. I'll go High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead. I'm putting it B tier. It's cool. It's not God tier, but it's fucking cool. I like it. How basically the main character gets all the bitches. He like fucks like different bitches, but the story does progress. Things do happen. That's all I can say about that. I really have to rewatch that anime, but last time I had the impressions, I was like, this is a good anime. It's not perfect. I feel like a lot of the characters I do not resonate with or I do not get whatsoever. He's fucking hella bitches. And basically the plot's pretty good. The plot is pretty good on what they're dealing with at that time during a zombie apocalypse, which is pretty cool. And basically they're just high school kids in this High School of the Dead. Yeah. All right. Next one up is Fate. I only put 2 Fates in here. I think this is Fate 0. It's either Fate 0 or the other one. It's basically the one after. I think Fate 0 is the one that has the. They don't have the kid with the orange hair. That's all I gotta say. Okay. All right. This one. it was such a letdown. It was such a letdown. I literally dropped it too. You know, I'm gonna put in C. Just because I'm gonna put in fucking C. Just because okay, this Fate. If you know anything about Fate, I'm sorry if I forget that. I think it was a grand. It was a Grand Order or Zero. I forget which one it is, but anyways, it's like this, okay? The main character is such a whiny bitch. I hate it so much. It's not like it's a characteristic of him. It's more like he's just whining for no fucking reason. He fucking loves Saber so much. Like his little tiny dicklet gets hard every time he says the word Saber, and he tries to convince her so many times. Oh Saber, you have to live. You have to stay with me forever, Kanye-san. And it's it's just so fucking cringe. Like his explanations on why Saber should like be with him forever and like live in that time period or whatever. It's just so stupid. It's just like, come on, man, let it go, bruh. She came from a different time. She's not from your time. Blah blah. Like, stop getting your little 4-inch Peter hard for her every 3 seconds. But the story does progress. I just feel like I feel like it's either the one before this one is the actual good one. It's like the actual eventful one, but I feel like this Fate series we have me tier listing right now ruined everything because I know what happened. They literally say in this Fate, I think this is Fate Grand Order, right? I'm gonna pretend like it's Grand Order, okay? I'm sorry if I did that. Anyways, if this is Grand Order, they literally tell you what exactly happened in the last battle, in the last series. They tell you exactly who won, who was in the final battle, what happened. It's his backstory, right? Basically, the whole fucking city blew up, and he was like the only survivor. And yeah, and it's just like I could not watch the series before that because this one ruined the ending for me. It ruined the ending. It spoiled the ending for me. So there was no point watching the series before. But the series before is so good. It sets itself up in a Hunger Games way. It shows exactly what each of the parties, each of the clans or whatever, why they're doing it, what is their family tradition, what are the ranks of their magic or whatever fucking power they wield. They show different classes of people who can like, oh, you're not gonna summon a fucking mashallah, and then and then the one guy does. He summons a fucking pirate for fuck's sake. And then you just have a bunch of the like good setup villains, good setup competition, and it's just so much better than this one. This one just starts you off with a kid and he gets Saber. That's it. And then they explain a little bit, oh, this is the competition, you gotta blah 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 blah. If you win, you get any wish in the fucking world, yada yada yada. And there's like some good villains. It's just like is nothing like the series before this one. And I'm putting it C tier because the whiny ass fucking main character, I do not like him whatsoever. Sabers is a very cool character, very cool character. The one girl is very cool. Archer, he was cool until he fucking dropped dead. Some of the villains are cool too. It's just like it just wasn't enough for me to be a BRA. But it's something I did watch, and I regret it very, very intensely that I watched this first. If I watched the other series first, I would probably have a lot of good opinions about Fate. But yeah. Speaking of Fate, now that we're on that zone, I'm gonna put this in B. I'm putting it in B. I gotta pretend. I gotta get this out of my mind that the first one spoiled it for me, because like I'm trying to. This is on the anime itself, in my opinion. It was good. I did watch it halfway through. I didn't finish it because I already knew the ending. But I finished it halfway through. It's just like I felt like it progressed really slowly. Like the beginning was so good because it introduced you to everyone and shit's about to go down and yada yada yada, and then it doesn't really. Like they have this one battle, everyone disappears, no one fucking battles each other, and then they singly battle each other, and there's some filler here and there. It's just like it's good. It's good as hell, but it's just like it's man, it's just B tier. It's just B tier in my mind. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, folks. All right. Let me zoom in on this picture if I can, because I forget. What is this picture? Is this Berserk? If it's Berserk, that'd be fucking amazing. Fucking love Berserk. Well, anyways, let's do this fucking meme. I'm putting this right in the trash can. If you know this anime, it's called Redo of Healer. Okay, Redo of Healer is basically this guy that gets fucked over, and basically he does porn. Don't watch it. It's literally just revenge sex, revenge rape sex, revenge torture rape sex, something like that. Don't watch it. I watched the first like 7 episodes. He basically has sex with every girl he ever meets, and basically he has magical powers. He has basically all the magical powers in the world, and he basically gets revenge on the main bitch, and he just has rape sex with like everyone. Like it's really just revenge porn, and it's just really bad. That's all I have to say to it. That's all I have to say to it. Alright, next one up is One Piece. Gold Roger, the king of the pirates. Fucking, he died real quick. S tier, for sure. S tier, S tier. For one of the longest animes ever existed on this planet. It is one of the animes that get my interest so much. I watched probably One Piece. It's probably my second or third anime, or maybe fourth, if I'm really going back. It's just One Piece. It's such a big world. You know why there's so many episodes? I mean, there's this meme that like, oh, I swear, episode 974, it gets better. No, dude, every single arc in One Piece is just like amazing. Especially this one guy. His name is Captain Foxy. He's just amazing. He's just fucking amazing. Captain Foxy is the OG, man. But besides that, is amazing. The first arc is Luffy trying to find crewmates to get the One Piece. That's all. That's what I'm gonna say. This is the main story plot. Luffy wants to get a crew to find the One Piece because the pirate, the amazing, legendary pirate who got killed before. He got killed. He basically got in public. He got executed in public. And before he died, he said, "If you want my treasure, you can find it in one place. It's called the One Piece. You'll find everything you've ever wanted in life." And basically, he wants to find the One Piece, and he has to get a crew. And the world in One Piece is so fucking big. That's why there's 900 something episodes. It's about to get to 1,000. I'm pretty caught up with it. I think it's at like 974 or something like that. We're in the land of Wano. Right now, as of right now, probably a year from now, we'll be in a different part of whatever's going on. But I think they're starting to get to the really, really, really like end here. I think we're starting to get the end after Wano, for sure. But yeah, One Piece is fucking amazing. Every single arc is amazing. Maybe an arc here or there is kind of like boring, but all the One Piece arcs, they have something to do with the story. It is amazing. The characters in One Piece are fucking amazing. Luffy's amazing. Zoro's amazing. Robin, Usopp, you name it. I'm not gonna name anyone else because that'd be kind of a spoiler. But everyone else on this crew and all the villains, the music, how everything goes, the wars is amazing. One Piece is fucking amazing. It will be amazing. That's why it's been long for this fucking long, man. And still ongoing. It's such a fucking huge fucking fan base. But yeah, One Piece. One Piece! Oh, shut up now. Alright, Magi. I did not like Magi at all. I'm not gonna lie, but it was interesting to look at. No. We ain't gonna put you there. We know better. Magi. Okay, Magi, whatever the fuck you call it. It's basically this little kid that goes in this genie lamp or whatever. He gets superpowers or whatever. He finds some bad guy and yada 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 yada. I've watched it. There's just like it's so like friendly and kind of cringy in a way. Like it was like made for like kids or something. And then they get in some battles. Like I just didn't like it that much. Like I don't even like the main character that much. It's just like it was kind of like a pastime to watch, really. But it was interesting. Some of the I'm not gonna put in detail because it wasn't 100% terrible. It was just like like it was some interesting battles and everything, but it's just like the story, like it did not interest me whatsoever. The characters did not interest me whatsoever, and I'm gonna definitely put a C for that. I did not like Magi whatsoever, like that. All right, I'm gonna put these aside. I will figure out what those are later. Slash on me for picking shitty pictures, but we'll figure it out. Full Metal Alchemist, S tier for sure. Full Metal Alchemist, a fucking amazing anime. It's probably maybe like my 10th, 11th anime ever watched. And fucking Full Metal Alchemist. My friend Uncle Tony, he loves this series, and he's always mentioned it, told me to go watch it. And when I actually finally watched it, I was like, dude, I know what you see now. I know what this is amazing. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. My bad. Brotherhood. Don't watch the original one. The original one kind of like, I don't know. It confuses the fuck out of me. I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood first because it's the good one, and then I watched Full Metal Alchemist, the original one, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? It's just like two different timelines. Like, why is Scar doing this shit when he was introduced in this shit? It's just so very weird. And I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was just like, yeah, the actual series. But yeah, watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. But Full Metal Alchemist is just amazing, man. The brothers are amazing. All the characters are amazing. The plot is amazing. They do that whole Seven Deadly Sins theme that they do in a lot of other animes, but they do it right and they do it very good. And it's amazing. And the whole story is amazing. That's all I gotta say. Just go fucking watch it, man. If you already watched it, go rewatch it. It's so fucking good. Full Metal Alchemist. Amazing. Alright, next one up. Demon Slayer. By the way, it's not C tier. I'm just trying to move up. I'm gonna put Demon Slayer. I'm gonna put S tier. I says it's a good place in S tier. It's not like Bleach for me. It's not anything. All right, Demon Slayer. I like a lot, but there's a lot of parts I don't like. How can I say this? I feel like a lot of the villains in Demon Slayer are kind of like, or like the reason why demons exist in the first place is kind of like, I know the main guy makes them into demons, and then their self-hatred or whatever makes them very powerful, whatever. It's just kind of weird how the villain scaling goes. But I love the world. They don't care about people dying. I mean, all the characters in fucking Demon Slayer are fucking amazing. Even Tanjiro. Tanjiro's like basically like as fucking interesting as a fucking board. But this board is colored pink, so it's very interesting. But everyone else like is just fucking amazing. The journey he has through it all, and basically how his life has been. And then they introduce the Ashuras, and then the top 5, top 10 demons. And then you watch, like, dude, I just watched the movie probably like a month or two ago. It is like the best movie I've ever seen in an anime show. I really don't like movies that much. Here's my take on movies when it comes to anime movies. I don't really like anime movies that much because it has nothing to do with the story, usually. It will have the same characters I love and everything. It's just like, insert villain, fight villain, you kill villain, and bam, movie's over, right? There's no twists and turns of anything because it's a fucking movie, right? That's like all Dragon Ball Z movies, or any Dragon Ball movie, or a lot of series. There's a lot of series that just make movies just to make of it. Like One Piece has a movie about I forget his name. He basically was like a prison warden or something, and then he became evil. Whatever, they beat his ass, etc. Usually I don't like movies, but this movie had a lot to do with the plot. It was a continuation of Demon Slayer. And it was very nice to see that the movie, they basically comprised a bunch of episodes into one movie, into one continuous movie, and it was fucking amazing. It was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my fucking entire life of anime. It was amazing. And this series in general has so much more potential. It's already S tier. It has so much fucking potential. I love like all the characters, all of them. They're fucking cool. It's just like you see Tanjiro in his journey. to becoming maybe an Astra. I don't think his goal is to become an Astra. I think he just wants to get revenge for you know what. I don't even know if he's even for revenge. It's more like I want to hunt demons to save lives at this point in time, I guess. But it's just such a big world, and there's a lot of things that can happen in Demon Slayer that can make it even better than S tier and everything like that. Goblin Slayer. I actually like Goblin Slayer a lot. Um, I did actually liked it a lot. I watched the whole thing. There was a lot of, like a good amount of filler, but just him in the beginning and maybe to like partial almost to the end of the series as of now. I don't want, like I said, I don't fucking read a book. You'll never catch me reading a book except the Bleach, right? I don't read the manga of any of these. It's all anime series. So a lot of these anime series have stopped. Like Overlord has stopped. There's no continuation of Overlord. Maybe in the manga there is. There's no anime like video anime series episodes of it. And so is this one. Goblin Slayer does not have a continuation right now, but is so fucking good. It is so fucking good. It is basically a guy who fucking hates goblins, and he slays only goblins. That's really it. He fucking hates goblins so fucking much. And his whole entire adventure throughout the whole entire story is just amazing. And it's not S tier, but it is very, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good indeed. Alright, next one up. Tokyo Ghoul. Now, my friends don't they don't particularly favor this like I do. I love Tokyo Ghoul because everything made sense. The story made sense. The first season was just fucking made by Mozart himself. Like, it was so fucking amazing. The second season, basically, like, he just continues. And I think the third season, I don't know if I'm getting my seasons, like, not corrected here. I think the second season, he turns white hair, right? Or it's either the second or third season, he turns white hair. No, it's the second season, he turns white hair. And that's when he basically forgets all of his memories. And it just continues on to there. Now, I will say one thing about Tokyo Ghoul that pisses me off to this day. I can't believe I forgot about this because this is one of my gripes I hate about Tokyo Ghoul. But I love the series in general so fucking much. The beginning up until almost the end. I feel that Tokyo Ghoul was rushed as a motherfucker at the end. Was so fucking rushed. It felt so rushed to me. The ending was like so rushed. Like they killed the main guy that fucking destroys almost all the ghouls, like real quick, right? And then he just continues on. He marries the girl, and then he fucking like it's like a speed run of the ending. But it's just like there's so many details like they could have put in or something happening. And I just felt like Tokyo Ghoul was so rushed at the end. It kind of pisses me off. If I watched the end, I'd probably give it more details. But I just remember it was so fucking rushed at the end. It's just like, okay, bro. But it's still a good series. I'm still putting it in S tier. I still love the series. Yeah. Fucking Tokyo Ghoul ending. Goddamn. Alright, Dragon Ball GT. I'm putting an A tier for sure. For sure. I'm definitely putting an A tier for sure. Not even in B. I was thinking about B. Okay, so Dragon Ball GT. This is how the whole Dragon Ball thing goes, I guess. Whatever. I looked this up too, and they don't. It's whatever. Basically, there's Dragon Ball, and then Dragon Ball Z, and then there's Dragon Ball GT. Was supposed to be the continuation of the original Dragon Ball Z, right? But then the motherfuckers at Dragon Ball, whoever made Dragon Ball, they're like, you know what? We want some motherfucking money, so let's make Dragon Ball Super and pretend GT never fucking existed. Now I looked online. I was trying to read maybe GT did happen, and they were saying, oh, it's in a different universe, and then blah blah blah. It's just a bunch of theories that make no fucking sense, you know. It's whatever. It's whatever the writer wants, and the writers basically said fuck GT, and they slapped Super right there. Which Super, I have my opinions when we ever get to it. But Dragon Ball GT, the couple episodes actually like matter a lot, and then after that, basically Goku's trying to find. He turns into a kid again, and he's trying to find the universe Dragon Balls in order to basically make him, I guess, back again and find the Dragon Balls. So basically, you get a reimagination, a redo at the whole Goku's young and he's trying to find the Dragon Balls again. He's with his granddaughter Pan, and he's with I think Trunks. Yeah, which is a weird take. You just take Trunks, not anyone else. You'll take Vegeta, nothing. And then at the end, that's where it gets really fucking good. And I love the concept of Dragon Ball Z because they're basically saying you used a very powerful thing to get powerful shit and it has repercussions. And I fucking love that. Because in the original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, they use Shenron like he's a fucking, like, slut. They use him all the time. Yeah, I want to bring back Yamcha. I want to bring back Tien. I want to bring back Chaozu. I want to bring back my dad. I want to make everyone back to life again. Boo destroy the Earth, right? Yeah, put Earth and everyone back in Earth real quick. Right? It's like there was like no repercussions of anything, but Dragon Ball Z is fucking like god tier story, and some people do actually just stay dead, I guess, for a little bit. but in GT, basically, like, if you haven't watched GT already, basically the negative energy of the Dragon Balls basically comes out and it makes this guy named Omega Shenron. And Omega Shenron, basically, he's the negative energy. Basically, the concept, one of the Newton's laws is every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That's basically kind of it. It's just like you used a very powerful thing willy-nilly like no one else, and all that negative energy, all that expenditure made Omega Shenron, and there are consequences to having power like that. And I love the fucking concept of that. And then Nova, which is he's a pretty cool character. Something happens with him too. This is pretty cool. And then Goku turns Super Saiyan 4, which is like his Super Saiyan 4 is like actual like you would think he would turn into, because if you already know, Saiyans are originally monkeys, right? They turn into great apes. And basically, he's taking the great ape part of his power and mixing it in with his conscious self, and he's turning into Super Saiyan 4. And then Vegeta basically cheats his way to Super Saiyan 4, but they both go at it against Omega Shenron, and it's fucking amazing. But it's like half of the series is just with Pan and their adventure. It's like interesting, but like I said, it's just world building and whatever. They're trying to get the Dragon Balls or whatever. But yeah, I put an A tier for sure. I love Dragon Ball GT, regardless of anyone says. Alright, next up, Dr. Stone. Now, fucking Dr. Stone. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to put in B tier. It was very interesting. Okay. This is why. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give me a sec. If my fucking computer's working. Hello, computer. Hello. You going to work? Oh my god. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't upgrade your computer past 2015. Fucking computer, man. Give me one sec. We're having technical difficulties. Alright, back at it again. Sorry for the technical difficulties. My thing is being dumb. Basically, Dr. Stone is like this, man. Alright, Dr. Stone. Alright, just get a little background. I finished college with a bachelor's of geology. So, like I said, I literally completed a bachelor's in geology. It took 4 years. I did a field camp. I graduated. And there is a lot of geology in Dr. Stone, and a lot of what he does is very scientific like I said, I've studied in chemistry. Now, to get a bachelor's in geology, you had to take Chem 1 and 2, you had to take Physics 1 and 2, you had to take a bunch of geology classes, you had to take a bunch of environmental science classes as well, and then you had to take electives and yada, 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 yada. So I'm very reversed in kind of like scientific basic knowledge of like physics and chemistry, and there's just so much in Dr. Stone that involves everything and I love the story in the beginning. The story in the beginning is so fucking good. It just drops off after they get to the hut people. No. I think after they beat the big guy, the fucking one dude in the fucking town. After that, I was just like, man, this is so fucking boring, bro. But yeah, there's just so much science. It got me interested in this series, and so I watched every episode, and I even watched YouTube episodes of other scientists, basically commenting on all the stuff. So basically, geology wise, he was talking about calcium carbonate and why that's like one of the most like revered minerals in the world. It is. Calcium carbonate is fucking CaCO3. It is limestone. It is limestone. Put Mg with that CaCO3, you make dolomite. So calcium is very acidic. If you get HCl and drop a couple things on limestone, it will fizz and bubble. It will react with limestone. And Dr. Stone, or whatever his name is, he uses limestone. I forget in the series. He uses limestone for a very good reason. And then the one guy collects a bunch of different minerals in the mountaintops, and there's a lot of geological things with those, and why he gets like magnetite. He gets magnetite. He gets coal. He gets all sorts. It's kind of amusing how he gets all these minerals from just one area. It's so weird. But it's very cool. There's a lot of geology, a lot of physics, a lot of chemistry, and he's basically trying to get humanity back up to speed to once it was, and it's Dr. Stone in the Stone Age. So it was cool to watch. It's just like most of the characters, except the main character, are like kind of cringe to me. Like the beginning starts with like these group of guys, and then they separate, and then he's with a bunch of different people that are just. I think it's just like it's for kids, bro. And like I feel like a lot of the characters, except the main characters, just cringe as fucking. Like I just stopped watching it because it just got so boring, and there's a lot of filler, I guess. But yeah, that's just me. But I'm putting a B tier because it was interesting. All right, we're putting next one up is quit. I can't pronounce this, bro. Is quintessential quintuplets. What the fuck? I'm sorry if I can't pronounce this. I am not reversed in this anime. I'm only ranking this anime because I watched the first episode and I was like, what is this shit? And then my friend, he literally, right after he watched 2 seasons of it, I don't know why he watched it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He said he got fucked up from the first season. He just wanted to watch second season because there's like kind of a continuation. And after the second season, he got in party with me and he's like, dude, like, I want to fucking kill myself. He's like, I cannot believe I just watched 2 seasons of this shit. Like this dude has some fucking problems, bro. Like I get it too. Um, and yeah, it's just like we're gonna put in D tier just for that. Yeah, it's just so weird. All right, next one up is Death Note. All right, Death Note. Oh my God, what is happening with my computer? Jesus Christ. Can't even make a damn tier list without lag. Oh my, I gotta get a new laptop. Someone give me a fees for the laptop on the Venmo, please. But Death Note. If you ever thought like psychological warfare would be like happening, it'd be Death Note. Death Note has like the best plot ever. The characters are fucking amazing. Every single character in this series is fucking amazing. Every single Light Yagami and fucking L is just fucking amazing. It's just amazing. Now a lot of people say the second season or what happened after L is like kind of like a downer, but it makes sense to me. Like nothing, you got to realize nothing will beat L. L is like a main dude. Light is a main dude, and that whole series in general is just fucking perfect. It's just fucking perfect. It reminds me of Code Geass, but like they have more psychological things happening. It's not just people fighting each other. It's just straight up motherfuckers not trying to get caught. That's all I gotta say. Motherfuckers not trying to get caught. Let's just say. Basically, he's God and he's trying not to get caught. But yeah. Yeah. But anyways, Death Note S tier for sure. All right, next up, Dragon Ball Z Super. Oy. Uh, I guess we'll put in A we'll put an A just because of the tournament. Okay, Dragon Ball Z Super is basically they scrapped GT and said, "Oh, Super's the future." So it starts out with the movie where Goku turns red, God, Saiyan, fucking whatever, and then he turns blue later on, and then there's just like a whole bunch of stuff happens with like Hit and stuff in the beginning, and probably like the meat of the bone of Super is probably the tournament. The tournament is probably the best thing that has happened in that series, and it's still an ongoing series. They just haven't continued it in about like a year, probably because of Corona or something like that. But yeah, Super is just it doesn't get really good until probably the tournament for sure. The tournament is fucking like amazing. That's probably why I'm putting A tier. It has everyone I know. The English actors are the same and everything. It has everyone I know from Z, and the tournament probably makes it up to A tier. But there's a lot of episodes too that are interesting, but like it's just like a different spin of what they did in the future, and they became gods. And it explains a lot of the like. There's a lot of things that in Z that happen that they kind of like explain more, but doesn't make sense anyways. I have no idea. Like I don't know the whole idea between this. Okay, they say that if the Supreme Kai dies, the God Destruction of that universe dies. Okay, but in the original Dragon Ball Z, there are four different Kais and the main Kai, and then there's the Grand Kai. Well, like there's a lot of continuities with between Super and the regular. It's so weird. What about Okai? What happened? There's some things that don't make any fucking sense. And they say that Beerus told Frieza to destroy the Saiyans on their planet. I don't know why he would do that. That also is a big mystery to me. Um, why he would do that. But yeah, the Dragon Ball Super. It's this continuation, but it's just like it's not there with Z. Z was just so much serious. And like Goku was grown up. He was dealing with people dying, trying to protect his family, everything. And just feeling Super. He's just like he's like for the memes, bro. Like I just felt Z was so serious and had such a good plot, but Super is just like yeah, it doesn't get good until a tournament, but that's why I'm putting it in A for sure. That's how I felt about that. But yeah. Next up is Black Clover. Yep, I know Black Clover. I'm putting Black Clover. Man, how do I put this? If there was a tier between A and B, I would put it between there, but there is not. But Black Clover, we're gonna put barely A, but boys and girls, we're gonna put barely A. The reason why I'm putting it barely A is because of this. There's a fuck ton of filler. There's a fuck ton of world building or whatever. There's a lot of the characters in Black Clover are just kind of cringy in in general. Like it's just like stupid. It's absolutely dumb. Like Magna, I think he's cringy as fuck. The one girl, the witch girl, she's pretty cool, but the one girl who is just like can't look straight in the face and she's like fucking kind of cringe. Um, yeah, I'm gonna put an A tier. There's so much filler with this series. There is so fucking much. Um, it really is. And then they do some battles here and there. Probably my favorite moment is when the main guy versus the enemy. You know what I'm talking about. The time dude. I don't want to spoil anything super, but basically that was probably my biggest moment in the series that I loved the most. Like I think it was Lich versus that was probably my favorite moment. But how they got there, they killed the his minions before that were like kind of like dumb. Like they killed the beast guy first, and then they killed the one dude kind of weird. It was just like a lot of the victories you get are like kind of like they like oh my god he just used willpower to win. I don't know. I don't know. They just get some lucky shots or something like that. I don't know. I just Black Clover and me to me in general is just definitely like it's good, but it's not S tier. It's not S tier like all the rest. It's not. But you know we're putting it in A. We're putting a good A. Now here is one that's S tier. Hunter x Hunter. Shout out to my boy Nick Q. Nick Q. If anyone doesn't know who Nick Q is, he's a motherfucking god. Nick Q's a god. Nick Q is such a god. Look up Nick Q if you don't know Nick Q. If you watch Hunter x Hunter. Nick Q is basically he's only in like one frame and then he dies. But he's such a boss though. It's Nick Q, man. Now, Hunter x Hunter is a series that is on hiatus. I think some people say that it's because the author's health, or he just doesn't feel like it. He feels like working on other projects from Hunter x Hunter, different from Hunter x Hunter. But Hunter x Hunter is such a fucking good series. My favorite, probably my favorite arc is either the New York or the Chimera Ant arc. My friend does not like the Chimera arc like I do. I love the Chimera arc. I like Komegi, the king. Basically the beginning is kind of like, oh, they just start killing motherfuckers, and then it gets good when Komegi gets there. And that's when it gets fucking good for me, in my opinion. But there is a lot of episodes that are just like, man, they're milking this bitch dry. There's just like so much detail they don't really need to put in there. And yeah, but yeah, I still love the Chimera Ant arc. The New York arc is like god tiers too. Hunter x Hunter, man, it's just this kid going. You know, I don't know why he does it, man. I'd be different than Gon. I'll be different. If my dad left me at an early age just because he said fuck it, and then I'll be like, yeah, I want to chase him to see why he left me as a kid. Yeah, that's a yeah. I would have abandonment issues if I were Gon, but you know, it's a perfect world in Hunter x Hunter, I guess. Gon's just a fucking. I don't even like Gon that much, to be honest with you. But Killua, Karapika, YuGiOh, he's pretty drip. But Hunter x Hunter definitely S tier. It's just like, man, it's just one of those series, man. It's just so fucking good. It's so good. Every arc is fucking good. How they get to everywhere is good. Next series is Fairy Tail. I'm going to put Fairy Tail in A tier. A good high A tier. This is why I don't like Fairy Tail the way a lot of people do. I feel like a lot of their battles is like copy paste. You know how you get to a battle, they're battling whether it be the Grimoire Heart or like whatever the other fucking groups are called. Ration Seis, the whatever. I feel like it's just like the same formula, you know? Like you could say the same thing about One Piece, but One Piece actually gets like a lot different in its own self. But like I feel like Fairy Tail just like has like, oh, there's 5 people you need to defeat. Here, you know, Gray fights this guy, Natsu fights this guy, Urza fights this guy, and then you put in some other characters. All the characters in Fairy Tail are amazing. A lot of the villains in Fairy Tail are pretty ass, except, you know, obviously Acnologia and Zeref. They're fucking god tier. They're fucking god tier villains. Maybe I want to put this in S tier. Now that I think about it, like the story is good. The story is good. It just takes forever. There is a lot of filler, I would say. There's a lot of arcs that don't need to be included in this fucking series. They literally win with friendship half of the time. Just like Yu-Gi-Oh. But there's a lot of technical stuff that does happen. I rewatched it recently, so I was kind of surprised that I relearned that like, oh, some of the battles were fucking cool as fuck. Some of the battles did make a lot of sense. Guild Arts is cool as fuck. You know what? I am going to put it in S tier. You know what? I'm going to change my mind. It is an S tier. It is an S tier. There's a lot of things I dislike about it, but now I think about all the good things. Like it has so much going for it. It's a good S tier. It's a good S tier. Definitely a Fairy Tail in S tier. Definitely. For sure. Definitely Fairy Tail in S tier. It's just like a lot of stuff comes up too. Like now that I think about it, like this just there's a lot of bullshit. Like there's a lot of like, oh, of course that happened. Like, oh, of course this happened. You know, like for example, like how Gray's dad is somehow like even like you know how Gray's dad is the Zero guy for the what is it called, the I forget their name. I really do forget their name. They're basically the demons. The demons of Zareth, yeah. The demons of Zareth. So, yeah, the one demon of Zareth, he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna revive Grays. You know, what is his fucking name? Deliora. Deliora basically, like, killed, like, thousands of fucking people, right? He killed thousands of fucking people, and then this motherfucker, one of the books of Zareth, which is the dead guy who brings dead people back to life or whatever, he picks solely Gray's dad. And then he has these super fucking abilities of absolutely freezing shit. Like, and then he meets up with Gray and he's like, oh my god, Dad! Oh no! Like, and then he even says after he's defeated, or no, not before he's defeated, he's like, oh yeah, I was just picked by random chance. Like, oh my god, it's so fucking obvious you weren't. It's a part of the series. It's just one of those shit that's like, it's like they think you're dumb. Like, they think you're dumb. Like, obviously they picked it for that, but like, it's just so cringe how they did that. Um, like that right there kind of pisses me off. Um, and then, like I said, there's a lot. The formula redoes itself all the time, and there's a bunch of arcs that like, oh, Lucy fights this person, Natsu fights this person, Gray fights this person, and then they fucking win at the end of it. And then there's the actual good parts of the series that have everything to do with the series. That is fucking amazing as hell. I don't like how August fucking died. I really don't like that either. I also don't like how Acnologia got killed either. Like, that's fucking dumb as fuck. But whatever. I still put it S tier because it like all the characters are amazing and there is a story, but it's just like, there's a lot of weeds you got to get through. It just arrives at S tier. Like, man, that's why I was picking between S and A. Like I said, if there's a tier between the two, I'd probably put it in it. All right, next one up is Psycho Pass. Yup. There's 3 seasons of Psycho Pass. The first season, basically they go in chronological order. Like, yeah, basically Psycho Pass is like this. They live in a world where they have computers that can read your psychological, basically, violence. Like, let's just say you live in this world and you're a psychopath. They would figure you out. They would know, or you have malicious intent, or you're a criminal. You want to commit a crime. They basically create the system so that, people who do want to commit murder, basically, they can't commit murder because they get caught beforehand. And so they use these computers, and they figure out who's a killer. Whoever has a psychopath above a certain number, they basically hunt them down and capture them and basically give them therapy or kill them. So it's like our world right now. Like, if they were to implement that into our society, it would probably play a lot like what they're doing. And it's just so cool to see that they figure out crime beforehand and the repercussions of this whole system. And basically, the first season is like basically God tier. The second season is pretty God tier. The third season is kind of like where are my main characters at? But it's still good as fuck. But Psycho Pass in general, the whole idea of it, the world, how everything plays out is fucking amazing. Psycho Pass is fucking amazing. All the characters are amazing, every single fucking one of them. But they do have a kind of theme which you'll recognize from the first to second. Like, this person becomes the head executor, and then the dogs become the people that were before them. Yada yada. You know the story if you've ever watched Psycho Pass. There is kind of that theme, so you know what kind of where it's going at the one part. But yeah. That's yeah, and then the civil system, they basically have quarrels with their whole rules of their whole society, and you gotta love it because you gotta compare it to ours, and it's like, how we have a democracy and there's balance, checks and balances. We have the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the Senate, and they all bicker about what to fucking do in life. They all bicker. Nothing really gets done because like I said, it's checks and balances. One party wants to do this, and then another one turns it down, and the other one wants to do that, and then it's just like nothing really gets done in our society that much. Especially with this coronavirus, the stimulus checks, the Republicans want to turn it down, Democrats want to approve it for different reasons, because everyone has different ideologies or whatever. and what they think is right and what they think is going to be better for the people of America. But at the end of the day, usually nothing gets done because there's half of America that agrees with the other half. If you have a husband and wife who are trying to decide on it at something and they don't agree with it whatsoever, they'll never get anything done. And so you need agreeing parties to be with each other to get something done. And usually in America, at this point, the rich get richer, and politicians bought out, yada yada yada, and nothing usually gets done, and et cetera, et cetera. But in the civil system, you compare the civil system dictates everything, all the rules, everything. They even catch criminals before they do crimes, but there is repercussions to that, and you'll see in Psycho-Pass. It's a society that you've never seen before, and it's really interesting how the story plays out and everything. It's amazing. One Punch Man. Oh man, I could talk about this all day, bro. But I ain't gonna. Okay. Basically, One Punch Man is about a guy. Now, my friend told me this is a comedy. This is a fucking comedy. Uncle Tony, this One Punch Man, you've only watched the first season, I think, that you've told me. The second season, actually, a lot of people I've actually looked reviews of this. A lot of people are upset the second season. The second season's not even done yet, but it's still God tier regardless, in my mind. But this is there's a lot of comedic moments, but most of the time it's going with the storyline, because Saitama is One Punch Man, right? You gotta think of the psychological reasons behind One Punch Man. Because Saitama he used to be a regular human. He can now punch anything. Every time he goes against an opponent, he punches them, they're dead. Every single time. Every single fucking time. He punches, they're dead. Okay? So to him, he always wanted to be a hero. He always wanted to fight the good battle, to have the adrenaline rush, to beat the bad guy, save the person, feel like a man, feel like a boss. But with him just one punching everything, there's no enjoyment. It's fucking boring. It's like if you played a game, it's like if I played Overwatch and I won every single time flawlessly, no matter what. There's no challenge. It's like in life. There's no challenge in life. There's kind of no motivation to do anything, right? If there's no that's me too. Let's just say I exercised a minute a day and I would get super buff. I would get bored of it. There'd really be no point in exercising, really, because I don't enjoy it, because it's already done for me. There's no work to be done. There's no challenge. There's no challenge to overcome. There's no way to prove yourself you're better than what you were before. That's what One Punch Man is dealing with. He basically has depression. He has no motivate. That's literally depression in a definition. There's no motivation to do anything. Nothing excites him. He doesn't have to be sad to have depression. He just has no motivation, and it goes from there. It goes from there onward, and the people he meets, yada yada. And my friend told me it's a comic. It's a comedy. No, there's more to One Punch Man than just that. There's way more. There's actually a story with that. There's a lot of funny moments. Don't get me wrong. There is a lot of fucking funny moments. It's just it's amazing how it's just oh my god, I can't believe this just happened. No fucking way. Bruh. And it's just amazing. They played, to make a story like this, and they made it perfectly, One Punch Man. And that's why I have to say to anyone who doesn't like One Punch Man or think it's just a comedy or it's I don't know, it's just he one punches thing, ha ha ha, so good. No, it's more than that. It's more than that, my man. All right, next anime. It's called Drifters. My boy Tommy told me to watch this one time, and I did. By the way, this series is it's basically it's one of those series that basically it stops in the middle of its series and it never continues ever again. That is what Drifters is right here. But I like the idea, but my computer's freezing again because it's fucking dumb. Recording for too long. Oh my god. Technical difficulties. Alright, so Drifters. Like I said before, it's basically one of those series that stopped midway of being created, and they only publish like half of the episodes or maybe seasons of what the series is. But it's basically a dead end series. It just doesn't continue. Maybe a manga it does, but Drifters is a good idea. Basically, there is this guy and this girl. They take people from certain time periods, warriors or smart people from certain time periods, and they put them in the same world. That's what Drifters is. So one of the guys is like a Japanese warlord. The other guy, it starts out with this kid. He's a red hair. He distracts a bunch of these troops. This is ancient Japan, so there's feudal clans waging war against each other, and all these people are from different parts of the world at different times. And basically, this kid and this girl are having a competition to see. No, I think it's a guy. They're having a competition to see who defeats what. And they put the evil people on the one side and the very warrior, proud, respectful people on the other side, and it goes from there. But there's a lot of problems with the series. Basically, the evil people have way more power than the good people for some odd. They have this weird power that makes no sense. Some of the evil people that should be dying, they don't die, and it pisses me off. And it also ends. So it's just like what, it's a great ass idea, right? But it's just like it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Oh, this series. Yeah. I remember this. This is Now let me give you a backstory about this series. I had an ex-girlfriend. By the way, we were only boyfriend and girlfriend for a couple of days. By the way, there's various reasons why we broke up. But anyways, she is the one. Wow, yeah, a girl, like a good-looking girl that knows anime. Wow, you can't be found, right? No, I found she only knew this one series. I think this is called Death Parade, right? If I remember correctly, I'm trying to remember. I think it's Death Parade, right? I'm trying to remember. Let me see. Something like that. Death Parade. Yeah, I think it's Death Parade. Yeah. Death Parade. So it's about this. Basically, when you die, you go to this room. And they basically test you to see what type of person you are. And they say that send you to either heaven or hell, depending on your test. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But it's a very cool story. But it's another series that fucking ends. Like it's like ends midway, but there's like honestly there was no plot to begin with because like the shit that was I watched the whole damn series to what it ended with, and there's just like basically no plot. Like it did have some, but it's just like non-existent. Like who gives a fuck? But it was very interesting. Like definitely take a watch of it. It's definitely interesting as hell on what happens and what he does. But it's very, 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 very interesting. All right, next one, Mr. Invincible. I'm putting this at A tier. I'm not putting it at S because I have a bit of problems with this series, but there's a lot. It's so close to S. I think in the later seasons it will be fucking amazing because it will expand even more to what everything's going on. So if you haven't watched Mr. Invincible, it's a recent anime that just came out not too long ago. There's so much memes about it, maybe like a month or two ago. About him. But yeah, everyone knows Mr. Invincible from the memes. Basically, I'm not gonna. Basically, I'm not even gonna spoil any plot since it's so brand new. Basically, it's basically about superheroes. Yeah, it's about superheroes, but it takes a lot of twists and turns and a lot of like why. You question why, just why. You know, like whoever's watched it, you know what I'm talking about. You're just like, why? And then you get to the end, you're like, oh, I see. It's Dragon Ball Z. Conquering worlds. Yeah, Raditz coming to Goku and saying, "Hey, you're supposed to conquer Earth." Yeah. You know the story. But Mr. Invisible, like amazing fight scenes. I think a lot of the characters are kind of fucking cringe, but like they're supposed to be these weak pussies. Like I know. Like I know what kind of series this is. I've seen it before. I've seen like the type of characters they're trying to make them like the not important character. They put the not important characters in the one category, and they put the important characters in the one category. They don't really, yeah. But I put in A tier because it is really good, but it's not so good that I'm like fucking amazed with it, but it is good. Basically, the first episode is like the best, and then the ending is probably the best. Other than that, the between those two is just like, yeah, stuff happens. It's cool, but it's not the best thing I've ever seen in my life. There's no twists, no turns, no backstabbing, yada yada yada. During those middle parts, the middle parts is just like world building and why, the why reason. So I'm putting an A tier for now. That might change later on in life. But yeah, I'm putting Mr. Invincible in the A. Okay, bo. Now, but before anyone fucking says, "Oh, this is not a Japanese animated fucking series," yes, it is. I looked it up actually before I put this into my tier list here. Bo. If you were to put the disorder bipolar, into a fucking show, this is it. This is fucking it. Bo show is like it's so retarded, but yet funny. Like, it's just God tier. Just please watch it. Like, the plot of it's like there's a plot in Bobo, but it's just like, you don't care about the plot because it's so fucking funny and stupid and bipolar and random, and it's just fucking amazing. All the characters are fucking amazing in the show. Every single character of every single kind is just fucking random and stupid and bipolar and just makes no fucking sense of anything. Like, if you ever thought you knew the world, you will never know the world until you watch Bo. It will make you confused on what is reality and what is not. Yeah. But just please watch. It's just so fucking, yeah, you get the point. It's just at God tier. Absolute God tier. Oh my god, here we go. Darling in the fucking Franks. Here we go. C tier for sure. Now, I forget her name. I think her name is Zero, right? 02 or something. ReZero, whatever. I forget her name. If you're such fanboys that you're mad at me for putting C tier, please go outside. The series in general, like, I like the whole premise of it, but there's just so much filler. The ending sucked. The ending was fucking stupid. It was just like, really, really. The series wasn't good for me whatsoever. Like, it was just like, I guess I'll watch it while I'm working on my job, like, kind of series. Like, don't get me wrong, the first second episode got me interested, but after that, it was just such a downhill, and then the ending was just such a downhill. It was just, maybe I should just put it in D tier, but it had such a good like setup in the beginning. I'm gonna keep it at C for sure, but Darling in the Franxx, definitely not a series I would recommend to absolutely anyone. We're going to move these down even more because I still don't know. I forget what pictures I got. Oh, God. I'll have to see it like up close and personal. Next one up. Yeah, oh, yeah. My Hero Academia. This series, my God. My God. My Hero Academia. Ooh. Oh, man. My computer worked out. Put this in A tier. Not S tier, A tier. A tier for sure. I feel like it could be S tier if it was like, maybe it got a little bit serious. But like, I feel like this series doesn't get serious whatsoever. Like there's like, everyone gets healed eventually. Everyone lives usually. Except the people in the past, obviously. And then some of the villains do, I think, actually die. If I remember correctly. But, like, there's so much good fights in My Hero Academia, and I'm starting to watch I think, Season 4 right now. Right now, it's just kind of, like, boring. Like, they're just doing, like, their school shit, right? It is My Hero Academia, after all. But it's just, like, it's just really boring right now. I guess I have to keep... that's my problem with My Hero Academia. It's just, like, they don't... Like, they go too far into the school shit, in my opinion. I feel like they go a little bit too far in the school shit. Like, they do have the tournaments, which is nice. They do have, like, I guess, their things and whatever. There's just a lot of filler. There's a lot of filler, and the main character, Midoriya, I don't really like that much. I really don't get it. I don't get it. As a kid, he watched All Might basically beat the fuck out of people, and basically he bawled his eyes out and was desperately trying to be a hero, even though he couldn't. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't like. Maybe if I was like, oh, I want to be an astronaut, and like when I was a little kid, I saw a rocket go up, and then I can't be an like. There's more ways in life, and I feel like he just. I feel like it was just so lucky that he got All Might's power, and then he's. I like his progression though. He like how he's not getting like super progressed. Like you think like All Might's amazing, right? And like he does amazing thing. He has so much strength, and then he gives it to Midoriya here, and Midoriya's like, I can't do shit with this except like rev up my fucking finger, but it gets destroyed right after. But I do like how the progression in him, but I don't really like the main character. But everyone else is pretty cool. They're all unique in their own way, except some of the side characters like the monkey guy and the guy with a bunch of earlobes. He's big as fuck. Like I feel like there's not really much tension on them. I guess they can't make too much tension on so many characters, But like My Hero Academia and in general, there's a lot of fights, a lot of villains. I think the villains there are pretty good, pretty good. Um, and a lot of stuff that does happen is pretty good, but it's just not S tier. I feel like the characters in general are just so. What can I say? I just don't like the main character at all either. It's just like, and then there's a lot of filler in my book. Yeah, that's why I'm definitely putting it in A tier for sure, for sure. Even the fourth season right now is just straight up like they're fucking practicing battle strategies. That's what they're doing right now. Like, do I want to watch that? Like, it's just like I really don't care. But like I said, they are in a fucking My Hero Academia shit, and they are kids, I guess, trying to be heroes. So I understand it, but it's just boring to me. So I'm putting it in A tier for sure. In general. Steins Gate. God, man, I'm so sorry. I know my friends love Steins Gate to the mashallah and back, but I might put this in A tier. I don't know. I don't know right now. I'm putting it in A tier because I didn't like the ending, and I don't like the movies, and I don't like the continuation after that. It confused the fuck out of me on what's happening. I felt like it was just like a far cry of what the original Steins Gates was. There were continuations, like I don't know, but you know what? I am going to put an S tier because the original Steins Gate is amazing. The whole thing behind it, they did time travel so fucking good, so fucking good. And they added some more shit to it too. They made it. It's not real. Whatever. I wouldn't say reality because no one knows. But they did time travel. I think probably the best out of any series in the entire genre of anime. Steins Gate definitely. Yeah. I'm gonna put S tier for sure. Their characters, every single character is unique and awesome in their own way, and so much shit happens, and man, it's tragic but amazing, and yeah, Steins Gate is amazing. Steins Gate is amazing. Assassination Classroom. Okay. I'm actually gonna put this in A. This anime impressed me a lot. Why did it impress me a lot? Because there's an obvious plot. The characters are very unique, and they showed every single character doing what they wanted to do. Basically, there's this guy. I forget his name. He's this octopus teacher guy. It's called Assassination Classroom because the whole point of the classroom is to kill the teacher. And basically, the teacher's saying, "I will destroy Earth if we don't have a school of students here, and if they don't assassinate me by this certain time, I'm destroying Earth." But he's really friendly. The main guy, he's really friendly. He cares about his students, everything. It's like this guy's not a monster. It's like he's really trying to die here. He just made an ultimatum so he could die real quick, And basically, like every single one of the kids that even the main character's cool too. They try to kill him, and yeah, it impressed me a lot. I really thought it was gonna be this boring ass anime, but it impressed me a lot, and I'm definitely putting an A. It just has a lot of qualities that just like very character building. Not that much. There is some filler. I'm not gonna lie. There is some fucking filler. but it was good. It was good. It's good as hell. All right. Oh my god. Fuck me. Oh. All right. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh man, I'm putting a B tier. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it. All the diehard people of Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is my perspective on this. Okay, it started off. I feel like it started off the same. It it was throughout like 2/3 of the series. That's how I felt. Because it was just like straight up like, hey, get in this fucking robot or we all die. And then he usually does it. And then he has team, they find the second one and the third one and yada, yada, yada. And, this is how like the series, it was just so weird. Like, every episode was a new alien or whatever, right? And they defeated it, and then they would give some sort of like some insight into the world or insight into their past or what's happening or like who's doing what's happening. Like Ray is doing this and who she is as a person, or like what's happening with the organization or any update with the aliens. Like they randomly pulled out like some important information like randomly throughout almost every episode, and it felt like it wasn't like how like someone betrays you, it's right there and then, but like this, it's like the important stuff just comes at you randomly during the episodes. And so you have to watch all the episodes, but a lot of the episodes are like they have the same formula. They find an alien and they defeat it. Now, probably right till you get to the quote-unquote end, which is not the end, it's kind of shit. It makes no sense, and it's very slow and dumb and stupid. They don't explain shit in the series. I have to tell you, they don't explain shit. I didn't know what this whole series was until I looked up a fucking YouTube video. And by the way, I watched the entire series plus the 3 movies. I think there's 3 or 4 of them, right? And the ending of the whole series, like I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so confused. Until I watched a YouTube video that explained it all, which I was like, oh, that's what happened. Now, if a series needs a fucking YouTube video to explain the whole entire like what actually happened, why this didn't happen, why this happened, why this didn't happen, that just like pissed me off. I'm sorry, but like Neon Genesis Evangelion is like get in the fucking robot, even though I'm a dick of a dad. Save the world. It was just so world. But I do like the world. I do like it in general, but it was just so weird. Every episode was just like, oh man, here they kill this different alien that has a different shape of different abilities. Ooga booga. Oh, they gotta figure out how to kill it, and they do this one thing and they kill it. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then the revealing fact here and there, and then you get to the movies, and I was just more confused, and I was just like, what the fuck? But it is still cool though. It is still a cool series. It's still a cool series. Apparently, a lot of people love it to death. They love it to death. But I don't know. That I recently watched it probably like 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. But yeah, that's my opinion. Next one, Rising of the Shield Hero. I am also, it's between A and B. I like the beginning so much. This guy, he was accused of rape when he didn't rape anyone. And the backlash of that, and by the way, he's an important character. Basically, the whole premise is basically 4 of these people get sucked up into a world, and this world summons heroes every time they're in danger of this one event. And he is the shield hero. There is the bow hero, there's a sword hero, and there's a spear hero. And they all do different things. And the shield hero, you need all 4 of them to work together to defeat the main enemy, right? And basically, the beginning happens is when this bitch fucking yeah, you'll see. I don't want to spoil it too much. Because it is a good show until like I don't like how this bitch is a furry. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and she's kind of cringe too, until you get later on maybe, and then some of his companions are kind of like okay, But him in general is pretty cool. Like I like how he has human emotions. He has anger, rage. He gets fucked over in this world so badly, but he's still a good guy. Not really. He's not. He's more like a neutral. Like he's sometimes good, sometimes bad. But it was interesting to have it. I'm definitely putting an A tier. It's like it just arrives at A tier because it was good. It was good. It was good. Next up, I am skipping this. I know. I know. I know. All right, Sword Art Online. You know what? I would put this in S tier if it wasn't for the shitty ending. Now, some of you may be like, bro, the ending was good actually. Okay, this is my problem with this anime is that I felt like it had so much more to give and it didn't give it. Like Tokyo Ghoul. I feel like Tokyo Ghoul was more established than Sword Art Online. I feel like Sword Art Online was just like so perfect that like it's just like it could have gave more, right? There's supposed to be 100 levels, right? That they have to compete. Like why don't they like fight different enemies? Why don't they go to level 70 and then go to level 71, 72, 73? Maybe they skip to 80 or they skip to 90. Something happens in the story. Someone dies, someone this, that, blah 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 blah. All that got skipped. All of it got skipped. Like what they could have put into it, and it pisses me off. It pisses me off. How in Sword Art Online they don't they don't put more into it. It basically happened like I think they got to level 70. I think it was 70 or something like that. And basically the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm the main guy. Teleport. Oh, me versus you. Ha 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 ha." Ha. And then he dies, and then he comes back, and then he defeats him, and then bam, Sword Art Online done. And then it goes in the second series, which was a big downfall. It fucking sucked donkey. Um, I just felt like Sword Art Online has so much more to give because they had the repercussions of what has like it was so perfect in the beginning. It was so perfect later on. And then they had so much more to give in the story, so much that could have happened to make it S tier for me, and then they just cut it short. They cut it. They're like, yeah, I'm the main guy. I've been cheating, and then they teleport, they battle, blah 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 blah. It's so perfect in the beginning and later on until like the end. Okay, and that's what my gripe is with Sword Art Online. Now, if you have no problem with it, okay, but it's just like, dude, like, they had so much more to give. There could have been so much more things happening. The different bosses they could have designed, and what happened, and how did they defeat it, and then they can get to the final guy. Maybe level 100 is the final guy, and he's like, he's like Dio. He's like, you can't defeat me because I could stop time, and then he overcomes it somehow. That would be cool as fuck. But it's gonna stay A for me. Next one, Devil's Part-Timer. I'll be real quick with it about this anime. It's cool, but it's definitely not A tier. I feel like the story in general is like, I feel like this is not supposed to be a story. It is because there's like people after him. He's basically a Devil King, and basically he goes to the human world and he's trying to act normal. Now, as a Devil King who's killed probably thousands of people, blah, 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 and he's going to some world, and then it's just like there's so much boring shit that happens in the middle of Devil's a Part-Timer that I just fucking lost interest. I was like, dude, I do not give a flying fuck. Or like some shit that doesn't make any sense. Like, why is this guy here? Like, oh, okay, they went with him, and then this guy betrayed this guy for some fucking reason. Like, it's it's just like it's cool to watch, but I'm not taking it seriously into what I like because it's just not what I like that much. But it's cool though. It's cool though. It's cool though. It's a great twist into some things. It's nice. Next up, Sephir of the End. Ooh, this fucking series, man. This series is definitely going to A tier if my computer allows it. Thank Allah. A tier for sure. A tier for sure. Basically, there's these orphans that grow up in this fucked up world, and let's just say a lot of shit happens, and it's about it's really good. It's really good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil anything about it. It's probably a lot of people here have like never watched it. Sephir of the End is just like one of those shows that's just like, man, this is so fucking good. But like, it's not God tier because it does stop short. It is an anime that stopped short. Like, it doesn't continue anymore. Like, I don't know, the fucking creator died, or they fucking went on break, hiatus, whatever. It happens to a lot of series. Hunter x Hunter, this series, Overlord, Death Parade. There's just like no conclusion. But it's still so fucking good, man. It's still fucking good. All right, Hellsing Ultimate. I'm definitely putting an A tier. I definitely put an A tier. I wouldn't put an S tier because, like, I don't know. I felt like the gore kind of turned me off. Like, it was just so much gore. Like, so much gore kind of turns me off. I like, gore is cool too. Gore is cool too. Okay, gore in general is cool. I just felt like there was so much and not a lot of development that I was just like, I wouldn't put it in my favorite series of all time, but it is good though. It is good. Like, hands down, it is good. It has a good story, even though some of the villains have some weird, like, reason for doing what they do, or they're in, like, I don't get how the fat guy's in a position of power. I don't get it. I'll never know. I don't know. I have no idea. But the whole show is fucking amazing though. It's just like some things I was just like, that's kind of okay. Like, I get it, but, like, fuck. That's a lot of gore, though. But, like, yeah, gore is cool, but they just have so much. It's either Hellsing or God Eater that has the most gore out of all of them. I don't know. I remember this Nazi soldier ripping off a baby's head off, like, chewing on it, and I was just like, that's fucked up, man. Even for me, I'm a fucked up human being, but fuck, man, that's fucked. Man. All right, next one is Balance Unlimited, and now I doubt Rulez is at this point in time, but I tried it, Rulez. I really did. I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was just like, man, this is kind of boring. Maybe I have to try it some more, but I'm putting this in C tier because it was cool though, like, to see it, but, like, it's just like I don't even like the characters at all, like. I watched 2 episodes. What can I say? Maybe I need to watch more. And by the way, this is a short anime too, so, like, I mean, well, it only had like 12 episodes or some shit. Balance Unlimited. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I may change my mind. It might be an A tier. It might be a B. It might be an S tier. You fucking never know. But I'll have to. Maybe I'll give it another shot. But I just didn't like it. Like, I get this guy's a rich dude, and he fucking comes through and to save this one guy's ass for no reason. And he's kind of like a pompous asshole, but, like, it was just like, yeah, I expected much. Nothing really surprised me, or like was something different, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, that was it. Another fucking C tier. Oh my god, Log Horizon. Okay, if you want an anime that's a isekai, they go to a different world and they're trapped in it, just like Sword Art Online, but it's fucking boring as fuck, and it's about, like, politics or deals and business and shit most of the time, and some of the characters are, like, kind of cringe. And by the way, there's no consequences to anything. I watched literally 12 episodes of this fucking series. Basically, it's basically Sword Art Online, only, like, they have political stuff, business, and basically if you die in the game, you're fine. You just respawn back to a certain point that no one can harm you. Yeah, it's really boring. It's really fucking boring. And I watched 12 episodes of it at work, and I was just like, dude, when does this get better? And so I looked up online, like, when does Log Horizon get better? And they're like, it doesn't. Oh man, it just doesn't. I put it at C tier. There's just no story at all of anything. Like, you don't have to be fighting anyone. You have to be fist fighting anyone for me to like a series. Like, Death Note is one of those series that you don't. One on here is called Promised Neverland. You really don't see fighting that much in that in the beginning, especially in they're a bunch of kids. But there's a bunch of anime series that had nothing to do with fighting. Danganronpa. Yep. There's nothing to do with fighting, really. It's just straight up, just a story. It's awesome. Next one up, Haiku. You know what? I'm going to put Haiku in B. Okay? Here's why. Alright, like I have mentioned before, I don't like any anime that revolves around sports. That its center point is sports. This fucking anime is about volleyball. Fucking volleyball. I find volleyball kind of like I played it in the gym. I played it in high school, and it just like it's volleyball, bruh. It's fucking volleyball, and they made a series about it. But guess what? The series itself, the characters in there are so fucking good. They make volleyball look like the NFL on crack. I was so surprised that a fucking anime revolved around fucking volleyball could be so like engaging because of the characters. The characters really carry everything through that entire series on Jaw. Like about fucking volleyball, man. Volleyball? Like I put Skate 8 down below, but like because it's just like it's skating in I don't like the characters. But Haiku has like one of the best characters. Like like what could you do but watch? So I watched like I think I think it was like 10 or 12 episodes, and at a certain point I was like, man, like this show is so good. Like, dude, if I wasn't me as a person, I would watch all of this right now. But I'm me, and I just cannot do it for so long. I can't fight my natural instinct to turn this shit off because it's about fucking volleyball. And it's just like they don't even have superpowers either. It's not like Kuroko basketball where it has like superpowers. This is just straight up like teamwork, trying to win the game, who's the best, whatever, server, spiker, etc. But it's about fucking volleyball, bruh. But it's so the characters make up for everything in that series. Okay, if I was a different person in life, I'd probably put this S tier on God. But for me, I'm putting it B. Next one, Promised Neverland. I just recently watched this, and I'm gonna put it A tier. All I have to say is the first season is S tier, and the second season is either B or A tier, and that's why I'm putting the series in general at an A tier. The first season is I'm not even gonna spoil anything because if I even say one thing, it just spoils the whole beginning. It is so fucking good. It is so fucking good in the beginning. It is so fucking good in the end too of the first season. It is so fucking good. And in the second season, it's kind of like, okay, cool, yeah, yeah, that's good. Oh, they're getting to the. It's all plot related. It's just like I feel there's like no twisted turns I didn't really see coming, you know. Um, But yeah, the first season is so fucking god tier. The Promised Neverland. Fucking watch it. It has nothing to do with fighting or anything. It's all. Oh man, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. The Promised Neverland is so fucking good. Alright, Code Breakers. Probably many of you have never watched this, maybe? It is an anime. Like I said, that is another one of those Overlords, Hunter x Hunters. It's a series that got cut off. It like I don't know when it ended. I don't know if it ends or anything, but it got cut off after I think the first season, I think first or second season, if I remember correctly. Basically, like the author died or some shit or fucking who knows. But anyways, Code Breakers is really cool. It's basically these guys with superpowers, but eventually those superpowers in a couple years will go berserk and it will kill them. And it goes from there. That's all I'm going to say about Codebreakers. It is very good, but like I said, it doesn't continue. I would love to put this in A tier if it had an actual ending or something like that, but it's just like, it is good, but it's just like, yeah. Next one up is Danganronpa. Now, Danganronpa is a fucking game. I don't know if it became a series first or a game. Definitely probably became a manga for sure. But definitely, if you play the game, you know what's up. Danganronpa is fucking S tier as fuck. It is S tier as hell. This is originally a video game, okay? And even for its It's like a chapter video game where you go through a lot of dialogue, and yeah, you go through a lot of dialogue and just see how the story plays out. It's one of those games. It's not a game. It's not a game style I particularly like, unless the story and the characters are fucking amazing, which is fucking Danganronpa. Danganronpa. Boom, 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 boom. I played the first and second one, and the third one will be coming on my YouTube channel sooner or later. I think I'm gonna play it this weekend. Maybe, I don't know. But Danganronpa is fucking amazing. Danganronpa. Boom, 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 boom. Is amazing. It's just fucking amazing. If you have a PS4, PS5, Xbox, whatever, buy the fucking game. Whatever the price is, buy the fucking game. Just buy the game, man. If I knew what Danganronpa, dude, I would have bought this like the first day it would come out. If I like knew how good I would like this. If like my future self said, hey, current self, buy Danganronpa right now. Don't fucking question me. Just fucking buy right now. And I'm like, all right, I trust you, bro. And then I would play it and play the first, second one, and I'll be like, I love you, man. Danganronpa is such fucking god tier. It's such fucking god tier. Play the game. There is an animation. So if you play the game, watch the animation. It's the same thing, only they cut a lot of the detail out, which kind of like, I love the detail. And it puts you on the spot to figure things out. It's amazing. Danganronpa is amazing. Danganronpa, boom, 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 boom. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna put Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho is going in S tier. S tier for sure. Mob Psycho is an S tier anime. For sure, for sure. I've been telling my boy Rulez to watch this shit. He's like, oh man, I gotta watch Mob Psycho sooner or later. I'm like, man, watch it. It's amazing. Mob Psycho is amazing. It's about a kid with supernatural powers that he's kind of chilling. And basically, what it means by Mob Psycho 100, basically if he gets to 100, he goes in rage mode that he doesn't want to be. And it's amazing. The characters are amazing. There's a character in there that is fucking god tier. Absolute god tier. Fucking god tier. Oh my god. Mob Psycho. Please watch. Mob Psycho is amazing. Mob Psycho. Jesus, guys. Devilman Crybaby. I think that's what it's called. I didn't like it at all. As you know, there's a meme with Devilman Crybaby. It's with that guy who like starts running and then he starts going on claws and beating everyone. And we like when the cocaine was good and then he's fucking running. That's basically why I started watching this, and I was gravely disappointed. The beginning was pretty good, and then after the beginning, it just fell off for me. It just like, oh my god, man, this is so fucking boring, man. Get to the point. Oh my god, what is happening? Like, oh my fucking god, this is. I had to drop it. I had to drop it, and I did let go of it. It just like there was just so much problems with the whole story, why people do this and not do this, and the progression is just so fucking slow. Maybe I gotta revisit it. And I didn't really like the art style that much either. That's a first for me too. That's weird. Alright, next up is Parasite. I'm definitely putting Parasite at A tier. Parasite's an A tier series for sure. Probably a lot of people I know have put it in S tier for sure. But Parasite, for me, it was just something really good to watch. It really was. Nothing really surprised me. It's like it played out, right? It played out exactly how you would think it played out. Maybe here and there's just some kind of oddballs, but it played out the way you thought it was gonna play out. But it was so fucking good though. Yes, the characters are good. What happens is good. It's a good ass anime. It's a good ass anime, but it's not S tier. It's not anything up here. But it is a good ass anime. It is a good ass anime. For sure. But yeah, Parasite is very good. All right, next one is Baki. My boy Tommy told me to watch this. Tommy, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry. I don't like this series that much. This is a series all about muscly guys beating the shit out of each other, and I don't like it. that might surprise some people in the audience. Based on my tier list or just knowing me in general, that I like action. But Baki's just straight up action. That's it. There's no really story to it other than like I want to be the strongest or whatever. There's so many fights in here that make no fucking sense. I remember a guy, he lost all of his skin and it was just like, yes, I will still beat your ass. Or he got his leg chopped off and he didn't even fucking flinch. Like I was like, really? That didn't hurt any though. And then there's like no blood leaking. I'm like, really? And then there's like some other fights that I'm just like, really? Like, how are you not dead already? Like, that makes no fucking sense. It's just a bunch of people fighting each other. And it's just like man, I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it. That is it. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, man. And I'm putting that C tier. Alright, next one up is Monster. I'm also putting this. I really can't rank this that much. I watched one episode and I thought it was boring as fuck. And it is like 52 episodes long or whatever. But my friend. Oh, fuck me. Alright. But my friend told me that that is really good. That Monster is really good. Um, my uncle Tony told me it's a really good series. No, it was either that or Rulers, I forget. But anyways, they told me Monster's really good. It's like 52 episodes. Um, I just couldn't get into it. I watched more than one episode. I remember the whole plot. Yeah, I remember the first. I think I watched 5 episodes. I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it. That's really it. I feel like if someone had more patience than me, maybe you could get into it. But I'm putting that C tier. That might change later on in life if I ever continue to watch it again. But yeah, C tier. Another anime here. That's it's between A and B. I don't know what the. I'm gonna put it in A. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know. Should I put it in A or no? I don't know. I don't know right now. You know what? I'm gonna put in B for these reasons. I put in B because they don't explain any backstory at all. They don't explain the Grim Reapers. Basically at the end they show this villain that used to be a scythe for the Grim Reaper. And there used to be a million other sites. They don't explain shit. They don't explain any background. They don't explain any history. They don't explain anything in the past at all. Why is he Grim Reaper? Why is he not? Why did he pick the one guy? Why is he the only one? Why? There's just a bunch of whys that aren't answered at all. And the series ended. And it pisses me off. But there's so much that happened in the series that's fucking good that I want to maybe put it in A tier. It's between A and B. I could go which either way. But I'm putting it in B tier because, yeah. Soul Eater, man. Soul Eater, man. It's just, man. Man, if it had like actual like backstory to some things, I would actually like it a lot. But it is what it is. Yeah. Alright, is this Berserk? I think this is Berserk. Yeah, hold up. Let me make sure it's Berserk. Yeah, that is Berserk. Okay, yeah, this is Berserk. Okay, my bad. Berserk. One of my recently favorite animes of all time. I watched Berserk 2 months ago, and I'm a person that's watched all of this, right? I've watched, like 85 animes, right? I've watched a lot of animes in my time, and, like, I can't believe this was sitting under my nose. Berserk, I would even put it up to Bleach, okay? I want to explain to you why I love fucking Berserk so fucking much. Let me get this fucking out of the way. I see guts in the middle, that's why I could tell it's Berserk a little bit. Let me put an S first. let me explain to you why Berserk is amazing. Okay, by the way, I did not watch the first edition of the anime that ever got posted. I watched the 2016 version. If any of you know the 2016 version, it is straight up 90% fucking CGI. I fucking hate CGI. I cannot stand CGI. It's fucking terrible. CGI is terrible. But guess what? I look past the CGI because this was such a good story with one of the best fucking thought of fucking characters on this planet Earth with the best story on planet Earth. Bless his soul. He passed away, I think, like a month ago or a couple weeks ago. He passed away. The person who created Berserk. Um, Rest in peace. I don't think there's currently an ending. The anime, the 2016 anime cuts off at a certain point in the series. In the manga, I think it's finished, or maybe it's close to being finished, or something like that. But it's just like it's so god tier. It's so god tier. I thought I watched it all. I thought I watched all the good animes. The Naruto, the One Piece, the fucking Tokyo Ghoul, Death Note, Demon Slayer. Like no, Berserk is so fucking good, man. I cannot like I literally went past CGI. I like don't care about CGI at all when I'm watching it cuz it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Every single part of Berserk is fucking good. Every episode is fucking amazing. The sounds, the songs, everything is fucking amazing. But yeah, that's my opinions on Berserk. Oh, fucking guts. Guts is drip. Alright. What is this? Oh my god. High School DxD. Go in the trash can. Now, I'm a dumb motherfucker. You know why? I watched 2 seasons. No, wait. I started the 3rd season. I remember I started the 3rd season. And I was like, I'm sick of this shit. I got so confused. And so many things pissed me off. Number one, why doesn't he fuck anyone? It pisses me off. Because I know I would. It pisses me off. The story is basically non-existent. He beats someone by showing titties or something. I forget. Um, it it's so cringe and so stupid, but it's just like why? Like why, man? Why did I watch 2 seasons and like couple episodes of the 3rd season? Why did I do this? I think I was watching it like hoping that Allah it would get better because it had like a good first beginning, I guess, and it just never came, and I got sick of it, and I dropped it, and I'm glad to put in D tier. Fuck High School DxD, one of the most stupidest fucking shows I've ever watched in my life. It's fucking stupid. It's all about harems and bitches on him, but he doesn't fuck any of them. And that's literally the whole series. That's literally it. Alright, anyways, back to Monogatari. Monogatari. I'm on episode 8 of season 1 or whatever season it is. Rulez is probably going to disagree with me a lot on this one. But no, I'm going to actually put it in C tier. It's like, what the fuck, you're high, boo? Do you high, boo? I'm sorry, Rulez, but this fucking anime, after the first episode, maybe I gotta continue it. Maybe it gets better. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it does get better. Maybe it gets better. I feel like the plot is not really there. It's just like, oh, I'm helping people who have special problems. And like I get that. The first episode was amazing. After that, it was just like, bruh, they keep talking and talking about the most stupidest shit known to man. It's not even funny. There's nothing funny about what they're saying. Okay? Like there's nothing like I don't get it. It's just like not humorous to me whatsoever. But humor is subjective. Everyone has different humor, more or less. But I just didn't get it, and the plot wasn't really there. I do like her. I do like her and the main character. I do like them. It's just like everyone else I really don't care about. Maybe if I watch it past episode 8, maybe I will have a different opinion. Maybe this will be S tier for me, like it is for Rules. Um, I just, at this moment in time, I'm putting it in C tier. This moment in time. Now, next one is Boruto, the continuation of Naruto. Naruto Shippuden. Um, I am actually gonna I'm gonna keep it in B. It's about to be an A. It's very good. It's getting very good right now. If any of you watching subbed Boruto at this moment, it is um, June 24th, 2021. If you're watching subbed right now, you know it's getting good right fucking now. I might honestly put this in A tier for future reference, but it is nothing like Naruto. Boruto is nothing like the original Naruto. It doesn't. It's like nothing serious in Boruto. That's my problem with Boruto. No one dies really, no, except like one guy. In Boruto, it feels like there's no consequence to anything. I felt like in the original Naruto, more serious shit was happening with everything. More things were at stake. More. It's just like it was like a fuck, and it was amazing to see it. But Boruto is just like it's just like boring because the world that they're in right now is boring. That's probably why it's in eight. It's probably in B tier storyline wise. And there, okay. Also, there's so much filler. There's a fuck little world building filler. It's so mind numbing. It's so useless and so like I do not give a fuck. Right now, it's getting really good. So I'm gonna put an A tier because right now it is really really good. And yeah, it maybe become S tier later on in life. Maybe there'll be a Boruto Shippuden. Some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Next one is a very old anime. It's called Samurai Champloo. I think it was made in like 2002, 2000, maybe. Somewhere around there. It was fucking... But Samurai Champloo, one of the best old animes I've ever watched. One of the best. I'm trying to put an A tier, but my computer's being like dummy stupid. But I'm gonna put it in A tier right now, if I could. But Samurai Champloo is just so fucking good. It's so fucking good. The story is so cut and dry, nice, and everything about it. The characters probably drive it more than the story. The characters are amazing in the series. The characters are fucking amazing. They're basically in old Japan. The main guy doesn't give a he's a guy. He's just like I don't give a fuck. And then the other guy is just like I am a samurai. And then the girl is like you know what, fuck it, I'm leaving this bitch. And then they go from there, and it's fucking amazing. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Samurai Champloo is like one of the classics that will always be good no matter where you watch it. ReZero. It's ReZero. I think I should put it in S tier. I love ReZero a lot because it keeps getting like it's just so funny, but at the same time, it's so interesting what world he's in and what he's dealing with. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Basically, he does good, and then he gets fucked. He has to overcome it, and then he does good, and then he gets fucked. If he does good again, then he gets fucked again. And then he's just like, oh my god, when does this shit stop? And he's dealing with this psychologically, and and stuff happens, and it's just like, and so many things get revealed now that we're watching it. I watched the recent season, and it's fucking good as fuck. Definitely ReZero and S tier. For sure. Yeah, watch ReZero's me. No Game, No Life. Interesting take. But like I said, it's one of those anime series. It's one of those anime series that just end when they're not supposed to end. They literally just, like, whoever the author, they die or whatever, they just drop it. So there's no ending to No Game, No Life. But No Game, No Life is basically this girl and this guy, they're brother and sister. Basically, the sister's a really smart one. The guy's is the good one with a good sleight of hand. He's good in action. He's good in combat. and they just really complement each other in the situations they're in, and it's no game, no life. They're in a game, but they gotta survive somehow. But it does end. It doesn't the anime doesn't continue. Maybe a manga it does, but like I said, you'll never catch me reading a book. You'll never catch me reading a book. Faux show. Next one up. Oh my god, fucking Gabriel Dropout, dog shit. Naruto's be like, dude, Gabriel Dropout, bro. I'm sorry. The shit you watch, this slice of life shit, I see it's so boring. It's so boring. Why do I feel that slice of life animes are fucking boring? Because it's so predictable. There's no action, there's no anything, there's no dominance in anything. It's just people talking. It's just people talking. People talking all day, every day. And it's just some stupid shit. It's just like I don't care. It's just I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's just really fucking boring. Okay, and like I said, you don't need an anime to have action for people fighting for me to be interested. There's a bunch of anime here that doesn't do like barely any action at all. But this is Gabriel Dropout is a fucking meme. This shit's a fucking meme. If I could put it in D tier, that'd be nice, internet. But it is what it is. But yeah. Next one up. Oh my god. Yeah, that's my computer right now. But next one up is Black Lagoon. Now, Black Lagoon is I think it's a pretty old anime. And all I have to say is watch episode. It's either 14, 15, or it's 15, 16. That's all you have to watch in this anime. It's so fucking good regardless. If you watch there's a bunch of episodes too that are really fucking good. And there's also a bunch of episodes I think that are just boring as fuck. We're going to put this in A tier whenever my computer stops being like dummy stupid. But yeah. Black Lagoon in A tier for sure. For sure. Black Lagoon in A tier. For sure, man. Like Black Lagoon, just watch episode 15 and 16, and whoever knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm fucking talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Next one up is Cowboy. No. You're going fucking here, bitch. Oh no, never mind. I'm fucking dumb. I thought it was the other one. Anyways, I don't know where those went. I hope those went to the correct places I put them in. But it is what it is. Oh, Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, I was going to say Cowboy Bebop is the next one. Cowboy Bebop. Oh, why's Queen's Blade here? Did I do Queen's Blade already? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering why they went there. Cowboy Bebop, I'm going to put in C tier. I watched a couple episodes, and I know there's a bunch of people out there that fucking love this to death, and it was their favorite anime. It was probably maybe the first, second, or whatever. Maybe you just recently watched it. Cowboy Bebop is like one of the most renowned anime in existence. You will never see a top 10 list that doesn't have Cowboy Bebop. Okay? But I'm so fucking sorry. I watched a couple episodes, and I was just like, man, I cannot get into this. Like, it's just like so slow. And like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I definitely need to rewatch it because everyone say Cowboy Bebop is just God tier. It should be an S tier, right? But in my experience, the first two episodes, I was just like, like knock on fucking wood. I can't get into it. It's just like the first episode was boring as fucking. The second episode I was like, oh man, what is going on, man? Ay, ay, ay. But we will see. I will have to continue that later on in life. It probably is an S tier. Alright, next one up. If my computer decides to work, it is Blue Exorcist. Now, I'm putting Blue Exorcist in B. Because I'm putting it in B because I feel like the story, like, it didn't make any sense. It didn't, like, it did, but like it didn't. It's just like I feel like nothing really interests me story wise, but the characters are good, and some of the plots are really good in Blue Exorcist. Basically, this kid right here, he's basically the son of the devil, but the devil got sealed away like right when he was born or something, and he had a brother who is also technically the son of the devil too, but he has no powers. And they go off from there, and yeah, really cool. Really cool anime. Really cool anime. I definitely give it a watch. I definitely S tier is like definitely watch. A tier is like watch. Yeah, watch whenever you have time. B tier is like watch if you're like really bored, I guess. But yeah. Next one up is Queen's Blade. I'm gonna put Queen's Blade at a C because it did interest me. I've only watched 6 episodes of Queen's Blade. I just couldn't, man. I'm so sorry, Uncle Tony. I am very sorry. You probably hate me right now so much. So fucking much. You're just like, man, I hate this guy. How could he put Queen's Blade in fucking C tier? I am so sorry, man. I am very sorry, Uncle Tony. I am very sorry. Uncle Tony's one of his favorite animes is Queen's Blade. And I'm you know what, Uncle Tony? Let me do you a solid, man. Let me do you a solid. I'm actually gonna put Queen's Blade in S tier just for Uncle Tony. Just for Uncle Tony. Just for Uncle Tony. Just for Uncle Tony. We don't want to disrespect Uncle Tony. Uncle Tony. Uncle Tony. We don't want to disrespect him. We don't disrespect the man. You know. All right. We good. And yeah, but yeah, I just like the first episode was good. You know, a girl with spitting acid out of her titties. It's always a good story to tell. But after that, I was just like, man, I was like, fuck, when does this get good? And I was like, I'm 8 episodes in, bro. Like, what the fuck? And I dropped it. I might have to go back into it and see what's up. Definitely, just to see what happens and everything. All right, and last but not least, my favorite anime of all time. That's right, folks. Yes. Clap for the generic guy. I know. Well, guess what? Why it's generic and why it's like one of the most renowned, known anime to exist on this fucking planet Earth. Naruto Shippuden. Fucking Naruto Shippuden, man. And Rulas just watched it too. He watched the whole damn thing. That's a big step. I was like, yeah, you gotta fucking watch Naruto Shippuden all the way. It is fucking amazing. You are my friend. Fucking. I definitely gotta make a intro tier list for Naruto for sure one day with Uncle Tony. But yeah, fucking Naruto Shippuden. I don't know why it's not updating. Go to S already, bro. Anyways. Naruto Shippuden is probably one of my, I don't know, second, third anime I've ever watched. This is my whole history with Naruto Shippuden. And back in the day, I only watched dubbed. I was one of those kids who only watched dubbed because I was like, Japanese, bruh? No, hell no, bro. I watch my Cartoon Network in English. Why not, anime or whatever? So the English dub for Naruto Shippuden was so fucking slow. By the time you're at the 5 Kage Summit, you're just meeting by the time 5 Kage Summit happened in the subversion, by that time you just started with like Gaara. You just started like trying to rescue Gaara. Like that's how bad it was. Like they were so far behind. By episode, I remember this 100% because this is my favorite anime. I know basically everything there is about Naruto Shippuden. By episode 141, which is where aka Toby tells Sasuke that Itachi was blah 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 after he kills him. He fucking basically right by that point I was like I'm sick of like waiting for this shit. So I started began subbed from there until the beginning of the war. By the time beginning of the war, I was caught up, and every single week I would watch the episode. Every single week I would watch the episode until the end, and it's just, man, I'm glad to be alive to watch Naruto Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden is like God tier. Like the original Naruto was already God tier, but this is God tier upon God tier. Naruto Shippuden does have some filler, but you can obviously find a guide that skips that filler, um, for sure. Like the first arc is is what's important, and the second, the whole the whole what is it called? The one guy who's like the nine tails, like has an arm of the nine tails or whatever. That's bullshit. And then those one motherfuckers who turn like shinobis into dead people, and then they try to take over the leaf. That's retarded. That's also filler. And then where Chiriku and whatever the fuck, that's also filler. And then it gets good. Then when we get to the three tails and what's happening with that, that's when it gets good. And then there's some filler here and there later on. But yeah, beside all that, like you can skip that obviously. But Naruto Shippuden has one of the most profound, deep stories I've probably ever come across in life. It is amazing. I've rewatched Naruto Shippuden probably fucking 8 times already. I know there is anything to do. Dude, if you ask me any question about Naruto Shippuden, I'll be like, yeah, I know exactly what happened. Like fucking A. But it is amazing. It is amazing. But that is my tier list. What is this show? I forget. Oh no. Are you named Akame Kill? You know what? I forgot to listen this. I am so sorry. I need to list Kill a Kill. Let's pretend this is Kill a Kill. I don't know what this anime is. I forget what it is. I don't know why I picked this picture. I'm a fucking idiot. But Kill la Kill is going in S tier. I feel like Kill la Kill has such a unique animation, number one. Number two, it has an amazing fucking story with amazing characters and such random, funny fucking shit that it deserves to be an S tier. Everything about all the characters, except the villains are kind of iffy, but all the characters otherwise are fucking amazing. Is just fucking amazing. Is just one of those specialties, and I fucking love it. Kill la Kill. But yeah. Oh man, that was a good tier list. But here it is, folks. Yep, we got the S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. These are all the animes I've ever started watching or have watched the whole thing. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope whatever you're doing, if you're at work or whatever, you're listening to this tier list or whatever. I disagree with me, agree with me, but I gave my opinions, I gave my reasons for all the animes that ever exist. Other than that, this list will change in the future for sure. Maybe some of the stuff I put in C will go up to S, and so on and so forth. And there will be anime in the future, obviously, that will be in a future list. Maybe like 10 years from now, I'll do like a new list with. It'll probably be by that time like 160 animes, something like that. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and peace.